Yo, my man keeps out of Jimmy UFC.
Nah. I can't say penis no more. Damn it, man. Let me.
They're streaming on YouTube?
Yeah, just so everyone like has access to it, basically.
Okay, let me see.
I don't know anyone that doesn't have YouTube, but I know a couple of people that don't have Twitch.
I find it so hilarious how people don't have Twitch though. It's like it's an app. It's just download it.
It's true, but people be lazy though.
Yeah,
it's like they'll get on Twitch and then find like so many other people to watch too, and they'll just have fun.
True, that's fact.
Yeah, it's like Twitch has been overall just so much better.
Who, what, Twitch?
Oh yeah, Twitch is just it's more organized. It's you can actually interact with your viewers more through like the program that they have through Twitch. It's just a lot better.
Yeah, nah, facts. Overlays and all of that stuff, and how you can raid streams. It's true.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you want to watch Naruto, it's literally a whole category for Naruto live streams.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
Sees,
Literally.
And yeah. On Twitch,
I'm done.
You could just be streaming, minding your business, and somebody could just drop 300 people on you. You never know.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm talking facts.
It's like I can't do that on YouTube. Like if I wanted to support a different content creator on YouTube, I can't do that. I just have to tell people like, oh, go watch him.
Yeah.
But it's like Twitch, I can literally send my viewers over to them.
Facts. Literal facts. And I just realized in the tweet I put Quyon twice instead of putting Playco.
Well, Playco doesn't matter.
Playco doesn't matter.
Okay.
Alright, let's get this discussion started then. Alright. So the discussion is, so do you think, so I'm going to start with Q first. So is meta battles at the highest level in Stormfall fun? What's your take on it?
Did he die?
Yeah, like, what happens?
My man died? He died!
Yo, this man left the chat. He was like, I ain't answering that, man. Alright, can he join back? Can he join back though? Okay, he joined back.
He's back. He's alive.
Beautiful stuff.
Oh, he's dead again.
Don't lie. Damn. Damn. What's going on? What's going on, man?
Yo, I remember I told you I was on my phone, right?
Yeah.
I tried to play the YouTube video, like, I just left.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so I can't multitask.
Yeah, I know. That's the one thing about like PlayStation Party Chat. You can't be out of it too long.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? I'm like, hello?
What's going on?
Okay. Well, all I heard was we're gonna start with Q or something. And
yeah. So I was saying we're gonna start with you, yeah. So the question is meta battles at the highest level in Stormfall fun for you?
Me personally.
Yeah.
Not speaking for anybody else, right?
Nah.
Hell no.
Damn. Why not?
Alright, well. Alright, let's get this started. Let me, I need some water real quick. Give me 1 second.
We're about to go on a rant.
Yeah. Hey, baby, you cool? You said no? Okay. I thought my girl was about to punch me. I'm about to go in here, right? Okay. Alright, so this game at the highest level, right? Alright, so we all understand that This game is literally.
Oh, don't tell me he left again.
Wait, what happened?
He just stopped talking. Nah, legit, he just stopped talking. Damn. Damn, son. This sad, man, this sad.
Damn.
I'm not even sure what happened to him as well. Damn, son. I might have to switch it to you then, IPal.
It's fine. I'm more than I can start it off.
Alright, so until Q comes back, and then, you know, when he does, we'll have you finish and then have him start off. So, meta battles at the highest level for Storm 4. Oh, he says he's got network connection failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so meta battles at the highest level of Storm 4, is it fun for you?
At the highest level, not at all. And there's so many reasons why. Essentially, when you're dealing with like meta battles at the highest level, you're dealing with things that blatantly should never be in a game.
Mm-hmm.
You're just dealing with things that, like what Kaguya is a big example. Again, she's literally a free setup character. Her shurikens allow for a neutral that will stun you cross map long enough for them to start up a combo, throw a tag, and continue a combo on you. So essentially, she is free neutral as well, to an extent. But not only is she free neutral, she's again a setup character which you cannot block. If you get into an air combo, you're only allowed to get out of that one way by holding X to rebound immediately so you don't get set up for that next interaction.
Facts.
So, with that being said, she's not the only character that does this. There's plenty of other characters or pretty other, I guess, system mechanics such as jutsu buffering consistently with characters such as Hashirama, Storm 3 Madara, Last Sasuke, or Dash Cut, Cover Fire, i.e. Tamari. It's a lot of things go into what makes the game not very skillful at the highest level. Because you're dealing with things that should never be in a fighting game. And when you're looking at games, you're always supposed to, at least in a competitive and professional sense, you're always looking at something as like, okay, how do we minimize the luck factor that can be started, and how do we maximize the skill factor that can be implemented in the game?
No, I completely agree with what you said. Like, I'm gonna play devil advocate, so like we're not all just agreeing with each other. But yeah, as for my stance on it, wait, you guys let me know if you can still hear the echo. But as for my stance on it, yeah, I completely agree, to be honest. Like, naturally, people would counter your argument with the Kaguya. Obviously, you're talking about the lava stage and how, you know, it's unblockable, and, you know, obviously her shurikens you can convert full screen for free. Like, none of those things cost resources. I mean, you could argue like the lava costs resources, but at the end of the day, it's rechargeable. So, my counter argument as a meta player, for let's just assume I'm full meta, like the lava stage doesn't do too much damage. Plus, you have to switch. Like, you don't start out on the lava stage; you have to switch to it. So you can also counterplay it. So my argument is that, you know, there's a counter.
That much to switch.
True.
It's like let's say if that were the counter argument there, the only rebuttal that I would have to that is like she also has the invincibility frame on Switch. Or just by stage switching and then mashing L2. As long as you have a sub, she's now invulnerable at that time.
Yeah. No, you're right. I can't argue against that one still. Like, it doesn't make sense that she has invincibility frames whilst switching to a different stage.
Yeah. And then we have bailout characters such as, at least in my personal bias, like characters such as May or Neji, who just offer. And then we could talk about Nagato all day. We could, but the thing about Nagato is like you would be able to dash Nagato more than you would be able to dash Neji.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's like I don't know where everyone gets this notion that you can't dash Nagato more than Neji or something. I don't understand where people get that notion. Like we've even looked at the frames. Neji has active hit frames on his body.
Damn.
Yeah, that debug one showed us a lot.
Yeah,
oh, so you've actually seen it.
Yeah,
like the hitboxes.
Damn, son.
It's pretty bad. He has literal active hit frames on his body, and then people talk about Nagato, which I'm not saying they're wrong to talk about Nagato. Nagato's definitely a very overpowered character. But he doesn't have active hit frames on his body.
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy, I can't lie. Wait, so Johnny, are you saying you hear echo? But yeah, no, IPal, continue.
And then essentially we're talking about like no rules and stuff like that. We could even get into the fact of how no rules at the highest level is also spamming Awakening with Sage 6 Madara and Danzo.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, it's like I take so many issues with that because I always believe like I believe that the mechanic of Awakening should kind of be treated like Sparking in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
100% agree.
They have it to where FighterZ is a game where that match can be pretty long time. Just because of the characters you have, just the way the game plays. But when they use that Sparking, that is it. Like they don't get that back. It doesn't just magically come back. And we're running into a problem where I don't know why some people think it's acceptable to awaken 3 and 4 times a match if they really can do so.
It's crazy.
Just because it's like you're spamming something that you know is meant to be a comeback factor if you're getting destroyed.
Yeah. Honestly, and the fact that, for example, let's say it's Danzo. So at high level play, is one shot. So no matter what health lead you have, that one shot can delete your health and you can win the round, basically. So at high level play, I can definitely, if you're not playing optimal or my opponent, I can definitely land that on you. And even if I don't hit it on you, what I kind of like and dislike about it, it forces you to sub. So for example, let's say I get his first hit on you and then I do it. So because it's unblockable, and during the first hit into the awakening action, you can't dodge it. So you're forced to block it, obviously, and you can't block it because it's unblockable. So it's either you sub or you're dead. So I'm guaranteed getting one sub off you if I use it in that situation.
And the only way to sub out of it is you have to wait exactly to the end of it to sub it. And then it will put you... It will either sub you out of it or it'll put you in the middle of the map.
Oh no, you can directional sub it as well. So for example, if I activate it, and if you mash sub without, tilting your analog in any direction, you'll sub in the same place most likely. But if you tilt it to the left, let's say, so say I'm Danzo, and I'm on the right of the screen, and my opponent that's getting hit by it is on the left on the screen. So if I tilt my analog stick to the left whilst mashing sub, I'll sub out of it. Obviously, like you said, if you wait until the end, you'll sub like across the map. So now I have to chase you.
Yeah.
And
then now the issue again that I have with this is in no rules when it comes to people spamming awakening and stuff. It's like you could actually have a whole match where you're outplaying somebody out any possible cost. Like you're playing something perfectly. They will get all of that damage back with so little effort. And it's like, heck, I barely use Awakening. And even I figured out how to use it
Hmm. I
It's
hear you.
not like it's a hard thing to do. You literally combo glitch on Switch with Susanoo and Danzo Awakening and stuff like that. Like it's just no rules in Naruto is a lot of people like to talk about other fighting games. They bring up like, well, Smash doesn't need rules, Mortal Kombat doesn't need rules. Yeah, those games were kind of built to be played that way.
Yeah, I
Like
get
at
you.
least Smash as of recently. I don't know about Melee just because Melee was intended to be a party game, but now with their games,
Hmm.
they have now engineered them to be played no rules.
Yeah, I get you. Because, like, obviously they've balanced the stuff, so it's now in a situation where you can play no rules and it's still not, a sweat fest, basically.
Yeah, it's like you're in a situation where you can still play. You're in a situation where whatever they're doing,
Yo,
the
Harlem, what's up?
game isn't broken enough to where there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I get you. Oh, I've got a good counterpoint to what you said, but I'm gonna touch on what Scriben said in the chat. So he was saying, Scriben said, fun is subjective, end of discussion. I actually agree with him on that. It's subjective. It depends on the player. So, for example, we can all say that meta at the highest level isn't fun, but someone like Zhao, who's pro meta, and I know I've had a discussion with him, he can say it's fun because in Naruto meta, he states that there's a lot of counterplays to the BS in the game, which I actually agree with. Like, basically, it's not a situation where if someone picks Danzo, Madara, and Kaguya, you're automatically lost if you pick low tier characters. But it's definitely a hard battle because they have a lot more advantages over you, basically, if you pick low tier characters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, your point. Wait, no, what was your point? What was the last point that you said again?
Just how like, I believe my last point was about how when you're dealing with something like this, you're dealing with the issue of again people not understanding the difference between like minimizing a luck factor and
Hmm.
maximizing a skill factor. Like
Yeah,
the
I.
issue that's where the issue comes in. Like people are not understanding when you're playing a game in a professional and competitive setting, there if the game isn't balanced enough, there has to be rules. Like just
Hmm.
like it's like I know it's not the same thing, but like let's compare a game like Call of Duty, right?
Hmm.
It's like I understand I'm comparing two different genres, one being a shooter game and one being a fighting game or whatever they clarify Naruto as strategy, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about Call of Duty, like Call of Duty bans half the game easily,
Yeah.
and they have a lot more viewers. Like it's like imagine if Call of Duty had people running around with rocket launchers every day.
Yeah. Honestly.
It's like where's the skill in that? You're just gonna look at that like okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
definitely
so
agree.
one counterpoint that can be made that because me and Playco were talking about this, and I believe I'm not sure if me and Quyon talked about this. Essentially, what we kind of noticed, just like when Playco's playing Kaguya, right? Even though Kaguya is like one of the most overpowered things you can use,
Mm.
the problem with Kaguya, I noticed out of not too many people, very few people caught on and said something to Playco about it. Like it wasn't that many people.
Mm.
And I'm like, sure, we have that now because, like, sure, we have that now. And the
Mm.
problem of why we have that now is because we're getting a new influx of players that do not know the game.
Yeah. Definitely.
If you're getting, once people learn the game and they see the kind of stuff that goes on, like what we do on screen, it looks so cool to other people. But the
Mm.
thing is like they don't know how broken it is. Just like my friends were talking to me in fighters, right? And some of the stuff that I thought was cool that they were doing in fighters, they said, "No, IPal, like you have no clue what he just did. That was so broken what he just did."
Mm. Yeah.
Now,
I get
granted,
you.
they can't really do anything about it because there's counterplays to it, so they don't have too much of an issue with it. But it's the fact like I didn't recognize something that was so broken because of my lack of knowledge in that game.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. It's true. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people complain about Kaguya for two things: her lava dimension and her ice dimension and her kunai. Obviously, if those were balanced, I don't think a lot of people would complain about her. Although there is counterplays. Like me personally, I don't have a problem with Kaguya because because there's counterplays to her OP stuff. So for example, the lava dimension is unblockable, but because it doesn't do too much damage, you can wait until they switch and then start subbing, and then punish them for that basically. So it's not too bad, and obviously because there's neutral in the game, you're not constantly like suffering from the OP-ness of the lava stage. Plus, she has to switch to it as well, so there's counterplays around it. Obviously, when she deploys her lava jutsu, it's invincible. That's a problem because there's nothing in the game. To my knowledge, obviously you guys might know something that counters it. There's nothing that gets past the lava defense. And obviously the kunai is another problem because it's like a 360-degree attack that goes full screen. It's just like, bruh, what's up with that?
Yeah, and it's like I know I got into a discussion. Me and Playco actually got into a discussion about what's better, dash cut or Kaguya.
Yeah.
And it's like me and Playco had a disagreement on it because Playco said dash cut is just ridiculous because I know dash cut has a literal built-in glitch with it.
Yeah.
Where you can actually force it to become pre-patch dash cut to where it never fell.
Yeah.
It once every time if they stop you, they come right back. And that's a physical glitch that you can actually make happen. I know Playco told me how to do it, but I don't remember how. But when I disagreed with him because Kaguya is literally everything you could ask for in a character. She opens you up for free.
Yeah.
She can play neutral extremely well. She doesn't have the best neutral in the game. I think the best neutral in the game goes to PT Ashino. But
PT Ashino, what, the free bugs?
Yeah, like his bugs are just like I'm not awakening on that.
Wait, does it stop awakening his PT Ashino bugs? Don't lie. Don't lie.
If you just spam it 9 times out of 10, that awakening is getting stopped.
You're lying. Tell me you're lying.
The only way you're stopping that is probably if you have Hashirama's Jutsu. Even then, I'm hard pressed to say you're stopping that.
Because I thought Sarada was the only one that destroyed awakenings with her second hit and her tilt.
It's PT Ashino for sure.
I didn't know he had that much priority on his bags. That's OP, man.
Yeah, it's definitely PT Ashino. I think he is the definition of free neutral.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like if May wasn't in the equation as well, May as well, free neutral, man.
It's like, and May exists, and I think even PT Ashino is better at neutral than May.
I think I'm gonna have to. Well, I'll lab him more, yeah, but I might have to be agreeing you with that because he can spam his free neutral more than May can. May has to wait until her first 2 hits come out, and then she gets the water pellets. Shino gets it as soon as he presses square.
Yeah, and me and Playco were discussing it, and when we talked about it, he talked to me about how dash cut is better. I completely disagreed because the way I looked at it is, I looked at dash cut as kind of like dash cut was something that was implemented in the game for the sole purpose of, I believe, like new players. In a sense, like people who are new, just coming to the game, they're trying to learn it and not get destroyed by a player whose aggression is like ridiculously insane, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I believe that's what dash cut was implemented for, like to stop a player that is just a monster at aggression.
And for square characters, because if you combine dash cut with characters that with Utakata and Shino, like I only learned this recently, but if you play a player that knows how to use square characters, for example, Yamanaka's Poison, Playco, RJ knows how to use Utakata, that with dash cut is an OP combination because I know you're someone that likes to use dash cancels a lot to punish your opponent. Rather than bouncing off guard, you like to stop in front of them and guard pressure them. You can't do that with scare characters because dash cut gets in the way, and even if you time it perfectly, all they have to do is mash square and you get punished.
Yeah, the only way you could even get out of that is if you frame perfectly switch out of it.
Exactly, and you know how hard that is.
Get out of that.
obviously if you put in the training in and you can definitely do it 100%. But in this game where there's lag, so the netcode isn't good, and you've got misinputs, it's not happening consistently. It's not happening consistently.
And I would say the saddest part is Naruto actually has a better netcode than most fighting games too.
You think so?
It does. Like Fighter Z has one of the worst netcodes I've ever seen.
Damn.
Street Fighter 5 may be arguably worse.
Damn. Yeah, no, I've seen it.
That's part, like Naruto has like one of the better netcodes out of it.
I've seen it because in Street Fighter 5, I saw characters like rewind basically, like move back and forth, but unnaturally. I was just like, what's going on there, man?
And it's just like back to Kaguya. When me and Playco were discussing it, I said, Playco, how are you saying that dash cut is better? Kaguya is literally everything in a character. She's literally the game.
Yeah. Like besides Awakening,
she sets you up.
Like I feel like I agree with you. In her base state, she kind of just gets everything. So kind of like Six Pass Madara in that sense. He's got it infinite, high damage in his combos. He's got the best ninja toolset in the game. And you know his Awakening. Wait, no, forget because we're talking about base state. He's got air combo reset. You know all of his jutsus are good. It doesn't matter which one you pick. All of his jutsus are good. He's got a free teleport. What more do you need in the character? What more do you need? Good hitbox.
Like, I'm not sure. It's like now I will say because of the skill gap that has been created through the game, like and players getting just better and better and better over time. I will say I have seen less people abusing the tilt because the tilt is like the only way I'd see you using the tilt, right, is if you have maybe like Hashirama Shuriken Jutsu, or more preferably Sasuke's the Last Fireball, right? To where you have free entry to get in there for the most part. But even then, like if you're doing a meta battle, you're going that opponent probably has something that can counter that. Whether it's Hashirama, whether it's like an almighty push, there's something that can be done to mostly stop that play. So I've definitely seen less people use the tilt as a way to open up their opponent, but more so as a way to bait their opponent by doing the tilt into a switch jutsu to force that opponent to dash or to play neutral in some way or shape, shape or form.
Yeah, I agree. And someone just said, Matilda just said Hashirama is no fun. The reason why I don't like Hashirama is two things, yeah? One, his Shuriken Jutsu. That's one of the most OP jutsus in the game. That's like one of the best defensive jutsus in the game because it has two phases. Obviously, I can show it off right now actually. Cam, can you press X?
Of course.
Appreciate it, bro. So I'm going to show you guys why this is one of the most OP jutsus in the game.
Should I just pick random? Or
yeah, you can pick anything you want, or if you've got something that you want to showcase to the stream, then you can pick it.
I can finally show how much I hate this team.
Yeah, I got off of my phone because I just kept disconnecting, but I was just listening the whole time.
Oh, beautiful stuff. I mean, you can jump in anytime you want, Q.
Yeah, I just got some bad news. Just not excited right now.
Okay.
That's unfortunate, bro. Oh, you're picking, I think, who popularized this team? Was it Depth? And then everyone started copying him. That's what I've been hearing.
I know, like, players from different regions, like, made this team popular, and now everyone uses it.
Literally. It makes sense, though. It makes sense, though. I can't lie, it makes sense.
I hate this team so much, I'd rather fight against Kaguya.
I don't blame you. I actually don't blame you.
This is the most...
Look at that.
Every time, like, what are you doing against that?
Just running away. You can't contest that close range. You're not contesting that close range. Because even if you switch, so how you're mashing Hashirama's combo, even if you switch, because he has such a big hitbox and all of those combos are active, you'll switch into the combo.
Yeah.
And just to go back to my original point, why Hashirama Shuriken Jutsu is one of the best defensive jutsus in the game. It has two phases. So this phase where it just floats in front of you, and the second phase where it tracks. When it floats in front of you, you're not getting in. Double dash, It doesn't matter. You're not getting in.
You can even show it from this angle. If you do it from a short distance, I look at that.
Literally, look at that. It's nasty, man. It's nasty. You get punished for subbing it, and then after that, it tracks. And then obviously, if I want to be gay with it, I can do this. Wait, hold on. I messed up. Don't watch that one. Don't watch that one, guys. I messed up.
Don't watch that one.
Hold on. Wait, I think you can showcase how to be gay with it, though. You know when you spam it, when you switch back and spam it.
Oh, like the whole.
Yep, and then you do it again. So that's just amazing keep out.
And then not only that, it's like.
And then dash me again.
If you have a. Oh yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, you're not. It's like you can even do something like this if you mess up with Hashirama, right? And because Hashirama can be dashed at like the second. It's like after the second hit, right? Right before the third. If you mess up.
Yeah, literally, and
it's like, oh my bad, jutsu buffer. What am I gonna? Let me get down here.
Yo,
wow.
literally. I was playing Naruto the other day, and that's what he kept doing to me. I was like, bruh, that jutsu's too good. Like, literally, like, if I dodged his mash, literally, he used that as cover. I was like, bruh. That defense is too good.
This is what players do the whole time.
And once it's active, I'm not getting in, because it's too active. Once it's active, I'm not getting in. I'm not.
Like,
obviously.
Like, literally.
Yeah. Yeah, no, go on.
Go ahead. Okay, so basically, I believe this team right here, above all of my opinions for how stupid this game is, I personally think this is the most irritating team in the game. At the highest level, I think this is the most irritating team.
I'm gonna have to say one of, but yeah, I get why you'd say that.
Yeah, the reason why my personal bias as to why this is the most irritating team, like, the best player I have played with using this team, even in my experience, I've watched other players use this team. In my opinion, the best player using this team is Ibra. Or if you guys have heard of Aomine Daiki 5, I think he's the best person with using this team. There's nothing you can do to him. Every time you fight him, you got one of these coming at you.
Literally, bro, that's the same thing that happened. I know a lot of players know Naruto Muton, yeah? One of the best runners in the game, or in the EU. I don't play American players, yeah? But I don't say runner is in to like take the piss. I mean it as a good thing. Because this man... Yeah. So when he has no resources, he's someone that can, utilize the ninja move, kunai dodge, and, ninja move. So he will dodge you, even if he has no resources, no problem. So combine that with Hashirama Shuriken spam, getting in is a nightmare. Getting in on him is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So combine that with, lag, and sometimes, you're desperate to get in, so you play dumber than you normally would. You're getting caught.
Yeah.
You're getting caught.
He said, IPal, you ever played against Sage Modder? Yeah, I've played against that team before. Personally, that team doesn't give me too much trouble. I think it's still broke. But it's like, the reason why I hate this team so much is, like, you have 3 jutsus that stay on the field.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yo, wait, do Madara's jutsu again. But Skybin, I agree with you. The team is from hell, no fake. 100% agree with you, Skybin.
So it's like...
Do Madara's jutsu again?
This right here is like one of the best jutsu buffers in the game.
I can't double dash it. I just get hit. Again. The only counter to that is to sub it and dash. Yeah, it's nasty, man. It's nasty. Absolutely nasty.
And someone said a ninja move can get you from a full C dash. True, but also not true. Because, like, the whole thing about running, I guess we'll give these people a little tip for this discussion right now. This is why, actually, we can discuss why meta at the highest level isn't fun with running and stuff, too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
This game is the easiest game to be defensive in. It's the easiest game. But ironically, it's also the game where you can be the most offensive, right? With everything that you have. It is a fact that when you are double jumping, you should never be holding the guard button, ever. So literally, you can use that as a way to kind of bait your opponent, because typically, you know how people want to get ground damage. When they catch your opponent, the whole thing is to get this man on the ground, lock him down. If you do a move like this, and then just don't hold your guard, what are they gonna do to you? A little bit of an air combo? It's like you literally minimize the damage they can have and stuff like that. So I guess for people in the chat who are asking how to get better at running, you need to start doing this.
Literally,
you need to start
like,
doing that and just not holding the guard button.
this kunai ninja move is a godsend in defensive play.
Yeah.
That's why
It's
you
like,
see
that's
so many
just-
top players use it. But you know, go on.
Yeah, it's like literally just double jump and don't hold block. That's all you gotta do. They're literally gonna be forced to take the damage that they can get.
Literally.
So, and not only that, if you're playing against an experienced player, they're not gonna keep you in the air for that long. It depends on the situation. But most of the time, they're gonna do anything that they can to get you on the ground. And as long as you use this and just don't hold guard, they're not gonna do much to you.
Obviously, there's a counter to that.
I'm not
So,
sure if
for example, IPal, do it again. So, ooh, nice, do it again. So obviously you can do all of that and, you know, counter it by dash cancels. And then obviously if you get them in the air, if you're a master of air conversions, you can just convert it into a ground combo. So that's what Playco does. He's a master. On a lot of the characters he uses, he knows how to do the air combo reset. So even if he catches you in the air, it doesn't matter because he's going to convert it into a ground combo.
Yeah.
But then obviously that's when at top level, that's where the mind games come in. So,
and then the craziest part about running, right? Go ahead and do the full thing when you catch me.
Oh yeah, full dash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly, exactly. And then
if you switch frame correctly, they won't touch you.
Literally. And then after that, obviously you can do mash into jutsu buffer, and then that's another defense for you. The only time I'm catching you as a top player is if you have no resources. Then obviously you're gonna result. So after doing this ninja move, you're vulnerable for a few seconds. So your only options are to counter if you have no resources. Obviously you can't switch if you have no resources. So doing that, your only option is to counter. Easy counter to that, double dash.
Yep.
But yeah. But obviously, yeah.
It's just like when you're talking about the game at the highest level, and we're talking about characters such as Mei, Neji, Stage 6 Madara, Danzo. What we really need to do is, like, again, the discussion is mainly centered around what does the community deem as I guess let's call it what it is. What does the community deem as respectful? Because me personally, I believe this is disrespectful. I personally think this team is disrespectful. There's nothing like professional about this team.
I get you. You know what I think? You know what I think the problem of the main team is here? So I think that there's two main problems with this game. If these two issues were fixed, yeah, I wouldn't really have a problem with meta, because I know if I played properly I could outplay it, yeah? Two main things: the netcode and misinputs. Wait, three things, and the random button locks that you get. If those things were fixed, I feel like a lot less people would be complaining about the current meta. Because there's so many times, I don't know about you, IPal, you let me know. There's so many times where, let's say you do a ninja move, but with the kunai, and then I'll try cancel my dash, and then after that counter.
Oh shit! I'm at
Yeah, so there's so many times where I cancelled my dash there, but the game didn't register it. So now I have to chase you again because the game didn't register my input, even though I read you correctly.
And then I think the biggest problem is like that. I think is misinputs and preloaded chakra.
Yep.
Because there's been plenty of times my chakra has been like this, right? Even if it's been held and I haven't been on the the triangle button for like what, 30 seconds. Like my finger was off triangle for a good minute. And I have done so many messed up jutsus for no reason.
Literally.
And it's just like, I know I didn't actually mean to do that jutsu.
Facts, Django's agreeing with you, by the way. He said preloaded chakra is a huge problem.
It's a very big issue. It's like my hand hasn't been on the chakra button for darn near 4 to 5 seconds. Why is that still inputted?
Literally. And then it's so annoying when you're at a pivotal moment. So obviously, I'm sure you'll agree with this. At high level play, yeah, one mistake can cost you the match. One mistake can cost you the match. Especially when both players are playing in top tip shape. So preloaded chakra can cost you the match. And it can be a set where it's 4-4, it's first to 5, and you lost to that player because of preloaded chakra. It's mad annoying. Because you know you didn't lose because you messed up, you lost because it was the game's fault. And that's very annoying, and that goes into how people can be toxic because they feel like they didn't, you know, lose on their terms and all of that stuff.
Yeah. And then when you even, and like the saddest part is like at high level play, that's not even necessarily meta, that's not even necessarily the highest level. And you can already still lose just off of one mistake.
Literally.
And that's not even the highest level. When you throw the highest level, like when you're throwing in Kaguya, dash cut, and stuff like that, it's like, that's where one mistake is really like, well,
literally, like Django said another thing. He said that armor break can cost me the match. Literally, there's so many times I've dropped combos due to armor break.
I never understood why they didn't fix it, or rather,
honestly,
take it out the game. I don't like looking at Itachi without his cloak. Get him out of here. Like,
facts.
I don't know. That suit is just trash to me. I don't know why. It's just horrible.
Kakashi without his Jonin jacket, colder though. I can't lie.
Yeah, I like the Kakashi without the Jonin jacket, but Itachi without the Akashi cloak, I feel like he gets worse. It's like something just happens to him. He just gets
trashed. Bro, same. Yo, literally same. 100% agree with that.
It's like the second his armor break, it's like the second his armor break happens, he just went from a B tier character to a C tier in like 2 seconds. I don't know.
Literally lost all his swag, man. Oh my days. But literally, and just to jump off that point of armor breaks, when you de-awaken, the neutral resets. So I can have you in a combo, and because you've de-awakened now, you can now counter out of my combo. What is that? That's BS.
I believe awakenings should not have the option to counter.
Should not have the option to counter.
Either that, no, not. I believe big awakenings shouldn't have the option to counter.
Shouldn't have the option to counter.
Yeah, because I think like big awakenings, if CC2, Bandai Namco, whoever patches the game, right? If they saw the stuff that we do in game,
yeah,
I know they'd be like, oh my god.
Yo, literally. Traitor said, true is true that have ever been true. But yeah, go on.
Like, if they looked at, I guarantee you, if they looked at the stuff we do in game, they'd be like, hey, yo, that's gotta go.
Yo, literally. I think they did like that at one point, because they took out, well, they made Switch Tech harder to do.
Actually, alright, I'm pretty sure everyone's in the chat right now. Don't ready up. No one ready up. Hear my words. I have to show something. There's something that players do and no rules that a lot of people don't. No, Sonic!
Bruh, Sonic, what are you doing?
Sonic,
why? I saw you on the stream. I know you're the one
in the chat.
Yeah.
No, because there's something I have to show that a lot of players don't do. And they actually do it in game, and you don't notice it.
Sonic says kill him, so then we can just skip and then I'll video.
Alright, bet.
But facts, Django.
Basically, there's something that players do in game, and no rules, and they think we don't notice it. It doesn't happen much, but I'm gonna show you guys something.
We're talking about sub-banking?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And I know how to sub-bank both ways.
Oh, don't reveal the tech though. It's too broken.
I won't say how to do it. I'm not gonna show the cover fire one just because that one, anyone can catch on to that. If I even remotely explain.
So basically, if you guys don't, for those of you in the chat, yeah, if you guys don't know what sub banking is, so there's 2 ways, yeah. So one way you can get an extra sub if you combining it with a certain mechanic. I'm not gonna say, you can get a free sub basically, and there's another way where your sub recharges faster. I'm aware of both ways, but I've purposely never done a tutorial on it because it's just too broken. There's also another thing called shadow supports. So basically, you can use Switch Tech without your support meter being blue, basically, which is also another broken mechanic. But yeah,
I would say Jutsu Buffer qualifies that as like one of those.
Yeah, it's too free.
Right?
Cause like
Yeah.
you don't waste any chakra. Like I believe they should balance it, but at least taking half chakra so you don't just spam it for free. Basically, like it's not completely free since you still have to use a switch resource, but it's still too free in the sense that it doesn't take any chakra.
Okay, so he said ninjutsu switch works for running with certain characters, yes. Like Hashirama being the biggest one.
Yeah, Hashirama,
well, I would
Pain.
say the biggest ones are between Hashirama and Storm 3 Madara. Like Storm 3 Madara, I swear it's like if players like Dark Mash, Playco, myself, if we didn't keep using Storm 3 Madara, because we started using it when everyone was kind of like screw it. Everyone was kind of like screw it, right? We'll just use Sage 6 Path Madara, screw it.
Yeah.
But they used his either Black Pull or they used Dragon Flame Loud. Now Dragon Flame Loud is a great jutsu for zoning.
Yeah.
My only problem with Dragon Flame Loud is it offers no offensive pressure.
Yeah, true.
It offers no offensive pressure. It's really only defensive / zoning. And that's,
it's pretty
I
peaceful.
kind of have a problem with that, but you have to play a certain way with it.
It's pretty good for close range since it comes out pretty fast, but it's more of that, in that situation it's more of a get off me tool.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna... a lot of players do this, and they think we don't see it. It doesn't even matter what team I pick, because you could do it with anybody in the game. Yeah, someone said Majestic is better. I would say it's up to the play style. I wouldn't say either one is better. I would say it's most certainly just up to the play style.
I agree.
Because there are some players that make Dragon Flame Loud just broken.
Yeah. Same with Blackpool. If you're very good at playing defensive, and you know how to use Blackpool, jeez Louise.
Yeah. It's like there are players who just they know how to make those jutsu just like, oh my god.
Literally.
Alright, go ahead, waste my subs.
Alright.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah.
Just stand there. Alright, just look at my subs. Just look at them. Just look at them. Hello.
Gay.
Hello.
Gay. That's gay.
Hello. They're back.
Don't subs take at least 15 seconds when you fully drain them?
I believe subs take around anywhere from 14 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
To come back.
And that yours came back in 1. Like, yeah. Disgusting. Obviously,
so
you can still beat players. Like, if your fundamentals and game knowledge and application is better than theirs, you can still beat players that abuse this technique, but obviously it's broken.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of players, what they'll do, they think we don't see that. There's two ways to sub bank, and there's Chakra Shuriken, and using a cover fire, and then using a grab. And sometimes players they'll do, the grab one is easier to do than Chakra Shuriken, just Chakra Shuriken's a little bit more easy to catch on to.
Yeah.
Because it's like I can do both, and I think it's broken. And I've actually played a no rules 1st to 10 where someone sub banked on me the entire time.
Yeah.
And I got my ass beat 10-4. Because I'm literally fighting someone who has their subs every they had subs every second. And the sad part is I didn't notice it at first. And someone said in the chat, they said, "Yo, isn't he getting his subs back a little bit too quickly?" And then when they said that, I didn't pay attention. But then when I finally looked at the chat, I looked up and I said, "Huh." Every time I do fight him, he has subs.
Yeah, honestly, and like obviously, if you're playing a fellow top player and they have that advantage, where basically they have subs the entire match, you're not winning. You're not winning.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
And so, it's just like when you're talking about using no rules, because see, I don't know why. For some reason, to our community, the only thing that is exempt in no rules is mods. That's it. But if it doesn't matter if it's a glitch, if it's a game-breaking mechanic, these people look at it as no rules. No rules, a win is a win.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I guess that varies from player to player because obviously a lot of people want to win due to reputation, ego, bragging rights, whether that's money on the line. So they'll use anything they can to win, basically. Especially if you're not knowledgeable on the tech, they'll definitely use it and won't say a word to you. Because in their mind, they got the W.
Yeah. And
So, yeah.
that's the problem that I have with, because I've got into various debates with other players throughout the years, for that matter. Because just like, I hate to say it, I don't care what anyone says, that is a glitch. It's like,
wait, what, the switch tech?
Yeah, I believe that's honestly a glitch. The way that they could have made it, I know that they tried to fix it. I kind of think they halfway fixed it. I kind of think they fixed it a little bit and said, I'm good. Like,
so how would you fix it then?
I think that's kind of how they did it. I would make it so the second you do that, that's the most that should ever happen.
Oh, just two hits, two button presses.
Yeah, I feel like that should be the most that should ever happen, because like, I understand that they can't make it stop like after one hit like that. I know they can't make it stop like that just because no game is perfect. But it's like they could at least make it to where it's like it stops at the very least after two.
But I feel like they need to revamp the whole system, because I feel like it wouldn't be that bad if hitboxes were actually hitboxes and didn't have phantom range, and there wasn't back hits as well. So you can have someone do a switch combo and you can sub and dash behind them and you'll still get hit. It's just like, bruh.
Yeah.
Why am I getting punished for going in now?
And actually, go ahead and kill me. Or actually, should I just kill you?
Yeah, you can kill me.
Alright. Because actually that goes into Kaguya. Because this will go into why Kaguya is like such a problem.
Wait, so do you want to change characters?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I should kill you then. Wait, no, you should kill me actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, this actually will go into why Kaguya is also such a problem. Let's just. Alright.
Damn, I just got two stocked. Oh, that's rough, man.
Because this is gonna make for like why Kaguya is such a problem.
But yeah, now 100% agree with you. Like, if we're taking the whole meta, so as in meta means anything is allowed, no rules, use whatever is in the game to win, it's not fun and it's broken. When you've got sub banking, sub glitch, switch combos with mad hitboxes, and shadow supports, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's just like, the shadow supports that are the best in the game, I would definitely say, is between Hashirama and Kaguya. Kaguya being the reigning supreme champion on that.
Bro, that's so mad. Her lava jutsu, you can't get in. That's it. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Like, what? Why does someone get such a defense like that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because when we're discussing Choji versus Kaguya, because that's really what I wouldn't even say it's Dashka versus Kaguya. I would say the discussion is Choji versus Kaguya.
Yeah.
I mean, who uses Yamato? But
honestly, it's true.
It's just, yeah, it's like no one really uses Yamato or Guy just because they don't really offer that much.
Yeah, as base characters.
Like Choji's actually a really good character.
MK Shadow support. Yeah, I agree, especially with his 2-hit infinite. But MK Shadow supports are you being able to do switch tech without your switch gauge being full. So basically, you know, when it's grayed out, you can still do jutsu buffers and all that.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is... I can just show this team off just in terms of the stuff that happens with this team. It doesn't even matter what jutsu I pick with it. He said, I don't like Choji dash cut wise. Yeah, it's like, Choji's actually a really good character, but because of dash cut...
He gets a bad rep. So,
I will show you all the first thing that people do. But I don't have Kaguya picked first. The actual meta is picking Kaguya first. Because
really?
she actually gives you the best tool set in the game.
Really?
Yes. If you pick Kaguya first, I believe she gives you the best tool set in the game.
Oh, say swear.
I think so. We could test it out after this.
Hmm.
So basically, here's what happens when you're picking Kaguya. What a lot of players will do, they'll do that first.
Yeah, literally.
And the reason why, go ahead and do, which jutsu do you have?
I don't even know. Majestic Flame.
Alright, yeah, that jutsu works. Go ahead and do that.
Alright. Alright, hold on, let me get closer.
Alright, so now we can do it like this. So go ahead and do that jutsu.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah.
No
I have
way.
now gotten to you for free, my man.
What is that?
There's nothing you can do about it.
Nah, man. Nah, man. That's
And
too
then
much.
we have
That's too
this.
much. Yep. Yep.
Free.
And
What
you know,
are you doing?
you know your button looks slightly after you sub it. So do the kunai again. Like do the full thing. So here, do you see how I couldn't? When I subbed, I was mashing kunai instantly. So it took me like half a second to a second for me to for the game to register my inputs again. So during that time, you can punish me if I choose to sub. Sonic, it's not endless. It's just a discussion, and we're using the endless to show off stuff.
We're just discussing things, honestly. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so then we're getting into the situation of this.
I can't
This right here,
I can't get in.
Reawakening. Okay, so there's only one way to get out of that, right? Once I do the switch jutsu with Kaguya, you have to move towards me and jump block it.
Damn.
That's the only way. You have to move towards me and jump block it, and then I'm able. But if I do it from here, Reawakening, you're doing nothing. I was in the wrong spot, but it's like if that, it's like go ahead, call out Dari. What? I'm using Dari now. He's broke. But basically, it's like other than certain jutsus like I think Obito's jutsu, Dari's jutsu now apparently, there has to be.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
Worked. There we go.
There we
worked.
go.
So,
I was gonna say I didn't know Dari did that. That would have been used. So it's like basically right there. Not only that, Kaguya also has this. This is the problem that I have, right? Like try to sub this. Like you sub in front, there's nothing you can do about that. It's like.
Oh wait, do it again.
I don't understand.
Oh wait, hold on, drifting analog.
Oh wait. All right, so basically, I'm the worst player in this game. We're not gonna talk about that. He said, "Fear not, we nerf fun."
We nerf fun.
I also cannot. I can barely do switch with that one. But basically, it's like there's only one real way you can get out of jutsu switching, or not only combo glitching with Kaguya. There's only one way to get out of it, or rather, there's two ways. The only two ways you can even really get out of it, right? According to Playco, is directional something. I swear that's a lie.
Wait, try. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to test out. So try it again.
It's like, it's like I swear that's a lie. Like, go ahead, block. So it's like, because I can only really combo glitch from the left sometimes. I've been working on it from the right.
Oh,
it's
I
like
get you.
This one, it's like that one you can't. Playco said you can directional sub out of it. I swear when both of those hits are coming out, I swear you cannot.
So I just
direction. Even if you do.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's like.
It's a bit
weird. Did you hold it back?
No, I held it to the right. So where I'm going now, that's where I held it.
And like, was it kind of weird to directional sub that?
Slightly, yeah. And before that, I directional subbed in the air. So you can still punish me since I can't block in the air. After subbing, I can't block. Yeah.
And then we have he said if you combo switch Kaguya second hit, she does the full lock.
Yeah,
full
literally.
Combo and lock. Yeah. And then this is right here the free setup. Now, obviously, it's like you know how to fully rebound every time, right? But let's say like we know in the heat of battle, sometimes things just happen.
True, facts. Sometimes you play dumb. Can't lie.
So this right here,
Oh wait, my bad,
It's
my
like,
bad. Do it again.
Yeah, it's like if you mess up and you don't do it.
Yeah, free setup, literally.
Literally,
Literally.
it's like literally all that. I now you're opened up again.
Literally.
You can't do anything.
Like my only option is to counter, and if you do a switch combo, there's no counter. I can't do anything. I have to take it.
Exactly. And then when we have now, the only thing about Kaguya is, I am so happy you can't jutsu buffer with her. I'm so happy. It's like if I dealt with that with a jutsu buffer, because jutsu buffering, I would say with the skill cap that we've dealt with now over the course of the game, jutsu buffering, I didn't think it was necessary at first. I really didn't. I think now jutsu buffering is necessary.
So do you mean like?
Level, I think you should do it.
Do you mean like the instant one or the delayed one? So you talking about? What? So you're talking about the instant one, like that one, or are you talking about delayed one?
Like, I would say I think both, because I don't really know how to do like super delayed jutsu buffers. I know there's a way to do it like that, or like to make Madara do it even after that part. I can't do that, but more so, yeah, it's like I use the delayed one a little bit more.
Yeah.
Rather than like just the
Oh yeah.
Just the instant
I get you.
Like that one. Yeah, I do more so the delayed one, just because I believe the delayed one, it trips players up just a bit.
Oh, 100%. Especially when sometimes when you do it, the character's off screen, so you don't even know your opponent activated it, and then randomly you just get hit from the side of the screen and you didn't even see it.
One thing I want to test out, I want to test out that theory, because I'm not 100% on that theory yet.
Which one?
I'm not 100% on the theory yet of if Kaguya gives you the best tool set in the game.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure she does. Now maybe they just have Sage the 6-pass Madara the whole time. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure she gives the best tool set in the game.
Yeah.
But the only way to really see that is by pick Sasuke.
Yeah, I get you.
And so my theory is like she either gives you the best tool set in the game, or she gives you whatever tool set of the character you first switched to.
Yeah, I get you.
So let's see.
Skypen says she gives the same as Sage Madara, but we'll see.
She gave same. Okay, yeah, because I know Simmons plays. I've played against this a lot too, but I'm not too sure on that because I've never picked her first. Whenever I have used Kaguya, which isn't much, I've always picked her as a support rather than the full character.
Same.
But then when I saw why Playco picks her as a full character, Playco will literally open up the match doing the little dash into stage switch.
Yeah.
And actually, I didn't even show that. I'm actually mad I didn't show that because that's one of her most prominent. That's one of her most prominent things about her, actually. Let's see. I can pick. Where's she at? I don't know where she's at.
I can't remember. I don't know what page it is.
Let's see. Okay, I found it. Okay, so he said she gives the same as Sage Madara. It's like, yeah, it's like from what I remember, she does. Yeah. All right, so yeah, it's like I'm gonna switch to Sasuke and just hope for the best on him.
Say no more.
So his jutsu's changed. I'm trying to see, because then actually, Kaguya is pretty much unpunishable too. She's pretty much unpunishable in one regard. Let's see. Do I get best tool set in the game? Best tool set in the game!
Bruh.
I get the best tool set in the game!
That's nasty, man. That's nasty.
Like, that's not fair!
That's nasty.
Like, because tool sets are actually, I didn't think they were that important for a long time. I didn't think they were important for years. Like, literally, I would pick Nagato as the main character. It didn't even matter. But looking at that, yeah, it's like, that's pretty OP.
I feel like, for me, I realized they were important simply because of, the damage down tag, the attack up tag, and, obviously the 5 tag for strike backs. And also, I remember when I learned that you could, what was it? Do this. Am I gonna get it? I can land it whilst you're downed as well. Amazing tool.
I did not even know that one about him.
Yeah. So it's just amazing.
Alright, so it's like this one. This is why Kaguya is super unpunishable. As long as you have a sub with Kaguya, she's basically invincible. So go ahead, try to punish me like how you would normally punish any other character, right? Go ahead, just try to sub and punish me.
Okay. Bruh.
What are you gonna do against that? I can literally just go into a combo glitch after that. You can't even do anything against me.
Bruh. Wait, do it again, because I will have to play. That's basically a free 50-50 there, because I have to play around that now. Yeah. Yeah, I have to do a mad outplay.
It's just free.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's nasty.
It's like literally you may have to bait out a stage switch.
Yeah, literally, but then that's a 50-50 because if I try bait out and I take too long, you can punish me. So that's already nasty. Oh my gosh.
And I just don't, and I remember talking to Playco about that, and Playco was like, I forgot what Playco said to me about it. But when he said that, I was like, Playco, I completely disagree with your assessment here. I was like, that's just no. And so it's like literally, and then call out Obito or something.
Nasty.
It's like I just don't understand why that's
nasty. Wait, you know what? We should try to do that with Hashirama. Hashirama's Shadow Clone Jutsu.
We should actually. I feel like he may be the only one. I doubt it'd work. I doubt it even work with him.
Nasty stuff.
Let's see.
Nasty stuff.
Actually, yeah, kill me and let's try that. Because I feel like he may be the only one that would work.
Yeah.
This discussion may help me figure out the perfect team.
No.
This discussion may help me figure out how to beat this crap.
Yeah, possibly.
After this.
Possibly, yeah.
He said, "What? Okay, I'm done with that character." Like,
yeah, it's OP, man.
Like literally, Kaguya is. That's why when I had a discussion about Dash Cut versus Kaguya, I completely disagreed that Dash Cut is better.
100%. You think the thing is, yeah. For example, you said you're having that discussion with PTS Shino and Dash Cut, and I think Playco said Dash Cut is better, right?
Yeah.
I 100% disagree, simply because Dash Cut, you can only use it when 50% of your Storm Gorge is full, and then obviously after you win a round, after the round resets, you have to do that again to get it. And obviously you don't have it for the whole game because your Storm Gorge burns out, so then you have to refill it again to get access to Dash Cut again. With PTS Shino, you have that free neutral for the whole time as soon as the match starts.
Pretty much. And it's like that's the problem that I have with it as well. Like, I just don't understand. Like, Dash Cut offers you, it's one thing. It's one very important thing, but sure, it's like you shut down offensive pressure, and shutting down offensive pressure, in a sense, that's shutting down plays.
True, but you can get around it. There's more counterplays, to Dash Cut than there is to Shino's bugs, because it's very hard to counter it when someone spams it, especially when they use the short hop.
And he said this is why I play low tier characters like Kaguya, because there's characters like Kaguya and stuff.
Yeah, Django, literally free neutral, literally.
He said it's free neutral. Yeah, because like now, granted, the only thing I could say is that you could just sidestep and support dash. Cause like do you know how to avoid Shino's bugs like consistently?
No, like you have to time it perfectly. Like it's very hard. So you can pick him and I can pick him and pick a big awakening and you can try. But from my experience, it's very hard to do it.
All right, so you could pick. I'll pick Shino with Dash Cut. Okay, yeah, I'll pick Shino with Dash Cut.
Oh yeah.
And then you could pick Hashirama with Shino and stuff.
Alright. We're not saying he's mad OP. What we're saying, Skyping, is that he offers free neutral for the whole match, which is more than Dash Cut offers him. Especially when there's more counterplays to Dash Cut than there is to PTS Shino. But I'll show you the counterplays to dash cut anyway, so it's fine. And
now,
then,
do you know why people use Road to Boruto? I never asked Playco. Do you know why people use Road to Boruto Choji over regular Choji? And there's a reason, apparently.
There is a reason. Basically, with the different characters, so you see how Wandering Sasuke, is better than last Sasuke because he can do the 2 extra hits of Kage.
Right?
Yeah. So there's a similar benefit with Road to Boruto Choji, but I can't remember. All I know is with Road to Boruto Kiba, he has an infinite, which PTS Kiba doesn't have. Basically, PTS Kiba and Road to Boruto Kiba have the same moveset. But
they played us.
Yeah, but Road to Boruto Kiba has an infinite because of his costume for whatever reason. CC2 was like, you know what, let's give him an infinite.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Road to Boruto Choji has the same benefit, but I don't know what the benefit is.
Because I think it may have to do with the shuriken or something. I don't remember. I heard something about it, but because we were talking about Choji at the time, I was just like, it's just Choji.
Literally. Traitor said, Awakened Road to Boruto Choji has some kind of priority over dashes. Dash cut is way more broken.
That's something, yeah,
I disagree, Django, simply because of the counterplays that you can do, but I'll show you, Django, anyway. Because I know you can do them since you know how to use fundamentals, but yeah. I feel like the combinations that you can do is broken. So, for example, dash cut with Shino, the one that I'm using, the older one, is pretty broken. Because there's not much counterplays to it, but I'll show you anyways.
Yeah, let's see. Because, like, Shino isn't really that much of a problem for me because, like, I jump around the bugs.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you switch to Shino, now, he's a different breed. This one's a different breed. This is the only way you can get away.
You can
this
just
is the
jump.
only way you have to, like, diagonally jump to them.
But obviously, because you're doing that, I have time to set you up now. So as soon as you get close to me, I'm gonna do a setup.
It's like even if I dash you at the right time, because like Playco's really good with it, right? Playco knows he sets you up like that. So when you dash at him, by the time you dash at him, he times it so you're in the air when you dash him, and he just starts mashing you with PTS Shino.
Oh, for sure. And you know he has mad priority on his hits as well. He's gonna get you.
And it seems like you can even get away. He's like. You have to be really specific when you dash him.
And then obviously you can set up with Jutsu as well. It's all long.
Yeah, it's like now regular Shino, I don't have a problem with him because regular Shino, it's actually really easy to jump away from his combos.
Which one? The adult one or PTS?
The adult one.
Can skill beat meta? It depends. It can, but if you bring the most OP stuff, it's very, very hard. It's very, very hard if you're playing someone at the same level as you.
Skill versus meta, I would say like, well, I mean like, let's change meta to no rules, right?
Yeah, exactly, Django.
Yeah, it's like you'd have to be can skill beat meta, but not skill plus meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like skill can be meta, but not skill plus meta. But yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Literally. So, for example, to put in perspective, so wait, who would you say is the best player that plays meta?
As much as I wish I could say it's me.
Yeah, honestly.
As much as I wish I could say it's me, I have to give it to Playco. I have to. I've never seen someone who's such a monster in no rules for no reason.
Yeah. So imagine, Playco, by IPal's admission, is a master at the meta, So combine that with someone that plays smart, so Playco also plays smart, with someone that's a master at fundamentals. So I'm gonna use Django as an example, because as all of you know, Django is a good player at fundamentals. So what are you doing against someone that plays smart, can play you on no resources, and when he has resources, he's abusing them at 100%. What do you do? And all you have to do, and all you have to rely on is skill. And let's say you're losing mid-tier characters. How are you winning that? Tell me, how are you going to win that match?
Not only that, like, players like myself and Mask, right? We are players, like, if I had to say so myself, I can deal with anything in the game.
Yeah.
Just about. I can pretty much handle anything and still win with not much trouble. Throw Playco in that, Not a chance. I have beaten Playco when he's been playing no rules before. Now, have I ever beat him in the first of 10 when he's playing no rules? No.
Yeah.
Not even Mask has. It's like Playco's a different. Because I even said, like, I said in a rule set, I think Mask can take Playco, which Mask has in a rule set, right? Yeah. But I did say, like, I remember when they did first of 10 in no rules one time, I said, the second Playco plays full no rules, Mask isn't winning. And when they did do that, the second Playco went full no rules, Mask just crumbled just like the rest of us. There was nothing he could do. And he himself admitted there was nothing he could do.
It makes sense though, because basically Playco has a bachelor's, a degree, a master's in the game. So with that knowledge and no rules, he's gonna abuse everything that he knows, which makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So like, let's see. I actually want to see if this Kaguya thing works with Hashirama.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Go ahead. Call out Hashirama's jutsu. Let's see if it actually works.
Oh yeah. Oh, I messed up. I done messed up.
You said I done messed up. Now I will say, like, actually switch to Shino, because I don't know if people know how to like get away, like switch to adult Shino, because like I'm not sure if people know how to get away from his bugs.
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy. After the first 3 bugs, you're pretty good.
Yeah, and then like literally, if they have you on guard, you can just move like this.
Yeah, exactly.
If they have you on guard.
Playco just says he just woke up.
Who said that?
Playco. He just sent a message in the chat. He said he just woke up. So guys, Playco's joining soon, and then you can hear his thoughts.
Yeah, they said Playco himself is a mod. It's like, yeah, I can handle pretty much anything in this game, pretty much, to an extent. But it's like, throw Playco with that, and then throw like someone like Django said, skill plus meta. Like literally, if Playco had this team, he can play with every character on this team.
Yeah, I get you.
It's like, that's just what it is.
Yo, Playco, welcome to the stream.
My son. Playco.
Make a video on chakra management. I can do that in the future.
That's good.
Alright, so we were discussing, is meta, like the discussion here is like, is meta at the highest level, like, is it fun and stuff like that? And my answer to that, no, it's not. But
yeah, so Playco, what is your answer? Is meta at the highest level fun for you personally?
Does everyone know what at the highest? Because there's a few people that know what's at the highest, like the actual, besides what's meta relevant. So we say highest level that. So I would say that is dash cut, Tamari, Tayuya, Awakening Spam, and Kaguya. I'm still trying to get more people to use her so I could get a better opinions, but I'm gonna put her at the borderline of
don't you say
like the true meta. Because look, if she's like above, like better than the S tier characters, but those S tier characters still, like Madara, Danzo, Nagato, Hashirama, they still all got their like OPS stuff, like, and it just takes like a few things for them to get going too. It's the same thing like with Kaguya, so she's not that much different from them. It's just that she's more versatile with how she could like what she could do in the match.
I
but
agree
she's
with
like
you.
above, but she's like the highest of that. It's just this for IPal, it's just we just with those OP characters still. And that's where we're at. I'm gonna still say she like the borderline of the true meta. Like, you know how in older storms when someone were like, oh, this guy's going meta because he picks this like one character with these OP-ass looking supports, right? It's people have mixed that up with the meta relevant characters that you see, like the 20 that are used and the 20 to 25 usage rate that we always see, but the actual like the meta, how we used to call it back in the day, that's like the stuff I listed, the dash cut, Tamari, Tayuya, etc.
Oh yeah, no, I get you.
So it's because there's like a confusion with, because people are just throwing it out there and they're not. It's kind of getting people mixed up, from what I've seen. Let me think.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. Like,
What
for
else?
example, when I play someone, let's say ranked, or you're playing random PM, so you're fighting randoms because none of the people that you normally play with are online. And then if I see you pick Madara, Danzo, or Kaguya, I'm like, okay, you're playing meta. If you're picking like last Sasuke, Hashirama, and let's say S3 Madara, I'll be like, okay, you want to win. I wouldn't necessarily class that as meta, like the true meta. But I was like, okay, this person wants to win since he picked this team.
Yeah.
So did you explain like what makes those like actual meta things broken?
Yeah, so basically,
I dived into it. I dived into it a bit.
Alright, I could try it now. So, Tamari, she's the easiest to. So, she breaks the meta because there's only one of her, and when there's something in the game where there's only one of and it's like super dominant, that's what you have to consider game breaking, because it's not something. That's where the balance is like gone, and that's why Tamari is for what she does with cover fire. That's why she's the essence of like no rules in a storm setting. Dash cut, it's the same thing. It's just I think it's kind of like Kage's ability to go through guard. I think everything Dash cut can do is better than that one thing for Kaguya, and that's from my experience using Dash cut recently with Yukito.
I get you. Yeah, I feel like Dash Cut on his own, especially with the counterplays. So hold on, I'm gonna show it off here. So I think Cam is next. So Cam, just pick Dash Cut, and then obviously we'll get the Storm Gorge field, and then I can showcase the counterplays.
Now to really get Dash Cut going, you need like specific characters, but it's
exactly
still enough to like be the best thing in the game. Actually, the best kind of synergy.
Exactly, 100% agree. I feel like Dash Cut by itself isn't too bad since there's counterplays. When you start bringing the combinations, for example, Yugito, Shino, that's when it gets broken. But yeah,
it's just like you're not really. I'm not gonna say it's not really. It's more like you're not playing the actual game because you're taking out elements like. I mean, well, Kage in a sense, because IPal brought this up before you, because you take out like the fact you could guard your combos, but you could work around that a lot more than like than what Dash could like ends up doing, if you noticed.
My only thing about that, right? Like, my only issue with that that statement is like Dash Cut offers one route. Like Dash Cut is one thing, and it stops one thing. Now, sure, that
what
one thing,
one
like I
thing,
did say, it stops like I say it stops aggression. Now, aggression like is a big thing because aggression can go into plays and setups, right?
And predictions and what is like that's huge. Like and this is for after sub battles, that's huge.
Yeah, I did say it's what he stopped is one very important thing. But my issue with that is Kaguya. She's just everything. That's just what she is. I believe you're right about the fact that you could possibly work around it better because, like, if you actually double jump at the correct time, you can get away from her. Like, you can get away from her sub combo glitch. You can get away from that if you double jump at the right time. But it's like the chances of that always happening are rather kind of low.
And the thing with talking about Kage right now, this comes back to the problem where since not enough, like almost no one's using her, it's hard to like really get that right opinion compared to Dash Cut. Dash Cut, it actually stops like maybe even about several like aggressive options when you're trying to get to someone. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
I can list them if you want.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Alright, so spark dashing where you do circle, triangle, X, get the spark dash or extra chakra. That's for like extending your combo, so it stops that. It stops like if you sub someone's attack and they're in this recovery state and you want to get them right there, dash cut's going to stop them, and that could be after subbing, that could be like in general, like from a neutral point. What else? Dash cut is, well, basic chakra dashing. It could just, and then it just probably doesn't work where like the collision on it, like it won't like get hit, and then it won't fall down, so you have to re-dash.
True.
It could pop up in the air, but like it's kind of rare for that. I've seen it though.
Same.
I know there's some other stuff. Oh, then it even like shuts down awakenings because it makes their dash like kind of get stopped, but not really. But it's just enough for you to react, even against big awakenings.
Very true. So,
and I think that's huge.
Yeah,
I agree. So just
like,
just to show quickly.
There is one thing that Playco said. Oh, it's my bad.
Oh wait, no, you can go on actually.
Alright, so there is one thing that Playco said, like, that I did agree on. And because, like, not only of my personal bias, just because it makes sense too. Playco stated, like, if, like, at the highest level, the game's highest level is actually awakening spam. At the highest level. And, like, if you play perfect zoning, like perfect defense and perfect everything, literally, you have now unlocked awakening spam.
Yeah, literally. Now, 100%.
Yeah, so throw that with Madara and Danzo. Technically, like on paper, you should win every time on paper.
Yeah.
Now,
but now with this Yukito dash cut stuff, now it's not even like guaranteed, which is, I mean, I'm fine with that because now these people that have been doing this awakening BS for like about 2 years now, it's just like, how do I say this? People that are trying to play like that for the awakening, they don't actually play the real true meta of the game because they're still not, they're not going to go to anything else, but they're going to stick to that one thing. So they're not going to go to Tamari if that's like handling their awakening, which it's not. I mean, awakening spam counters Tamari, that's obvious. How do I say this? They're never going to go to dash cut because they're not going to be able to play that same game that someone else is that's super experienced with. Tayuya, I haven't gotten into her yet. She's a gimmick character. Like, she's really annoying if they get the lead on you. And from what I've seen, recently people are just, I got used on her just for them to stall with awakening, which is goes back to the awakening thing. And Tayuya just exploits that aspect. But she's a gimmick. She can't really do much by herself, and you have to switch out of her constantly for her to like be useful. And I think she's just kind of game breaking just for the facts. It's like a dash cut thing, but more like for the viewer. Yami asked if you could change dash cut into something else, what would you change them to? Strike back, break guard, or something even new that you would like to see? I think the types right now, about all of them are fine. I would put secret substitution back into cover fire because, then I would put cover fire, back to chakra shuriken, and that would instantly solve the Tamari issue because her chakra shuriken isn't broken at all. And certain other characters would benefit from that, like Conan and Bubble Boy and Data, etc.
Conan and Bubble Boy.
It's better that you get variety from that stuff compared to like just one thing. What else? You need more strike backs right now because right now only about 5 to 6 strike back characters are used at the highest level, and that's like that. Like, I think that shapes the game so much.
Last Naruto.
Yeah. Pain, Last Naruto, and 3 Madaras, and maybe Momoshiki. I don't know. I mean, you could use Momo and Tobirama, but like there's a gap between Momoshiki and Tobirama to the top 5. But I think the strike back characters, they shape the game so much, not for like how do I say it, that this type is the best one in the game, but it's more of when you go to this character type or support type, it's I mean, I actually think that's the best thing CC2 did with that, where they preset the types, because then you could actually build real character archetypes off of that. And it's most notable with the strikebacks in this game and how it's played. So,
Yeah.
If CC2 has the potential to like expand on that and do the same to the other types, where you they can look at support types, see who's we can see who's the best or near the best or has potential, and then we take the route of trying to buff those like state ideas on how to make those characters better, and then they can compete, and you get more variety in the meta relevance of the game.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I want to make 2 points of what you two just said. So quickly, just showing off the dash cut counterplay. If I dash you, cancel in front of it, and dash again, the dash cut doesn't appear. So you've got 2 seconds in that window. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna wait for it to come back up.
Choji's dead. You killed him.
So if you dash stop in front of them, you've got 2 seconds before the dash cut appears again, basically. So as a top player, you can take advantage of that. Like, obviously, it's not easy, because your opponent is not going to let you take advantage of that window. He's going to set ups and counterplay, but that is a little counterplay that you can do using dash cut. Obviously, you can dash into it purposely so it doesn't appear for, what, 5 seconds, is it? Playco, do you know?
I'm not sure. Maybe 4.
Yeah, 4 or 5 seconds. So
well,
obviously,
in that interaction, you could end, like, there's a high chance you get hit by something, and then you have like that. Then that just gets in the way of you waiting out those 2 seconds. You know?
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I was gonna say, maybe I'm just trash. I've never taken advantage of that 2-second window.
Yeah, literally.
Like every time
I don't think it would make much of a difference.
Yeah, it's like every time because I know from my experience, every time I have like fully ran into a dash cut, I've gotten kind of bodied afterwards.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's why when I do it, so that with using that window, I do it when my opponent has the advantage, because typically, from my experience, facing top players, when they have the advantage, they play less aggressive or slightly less strategic. So you have that window where you can make mistakes and take advantage of openings. And as far as dashing into it and leaving yourself vulnerable, you can do that after a knockdown, so you don't get punished for dashing into it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, back to the question of if it's like fun to fight it. You said.
Yeah.
To me, it's not fun versus like majority of the players. Like there's a good 90%. It's because the ones who are doing this, and it's mainly the awakening thing. It's not fun like to just try to get like quality matches out, because I just know that the person isn't trying to be more versatile and learn other aspects of the game that could help them better than just keep playing like this. That's what gets stupid to me.
Yeah, well, I feel like that just is a byproduct of meta in general, because when people play meta, it's either for, to win first to 5, if they want to keep up their reputation, their ego, tournament, so they're going to play however they want to win. So in that situation, it's unreasonable to expect them to play versatile or fun or whatever, given the situation that they're playing in. For example, tournaments where there's money on the line, let's say 4K, like how Quyon's doing. People are going to bring out, if there's no rules, people are going to bring out whatever BS they can to win that 4K.
Yeah, Playco, I may have to smack the control out your hand if you pick Okage on me.
Kaguya?
The Kage, I may have to smack the control out your hand.
Well, okay, this came from Quyon, because he was trying to do tournaments for the past couple weeks and then like test out rules.
Yeah.
And majority of the time, the rules weren't working from what me and IPal saw. And then one day, this was after the when it was one awakening, and then you could still use moderate Danzo actions. I think that's perfectly fine. You could get around it, and it just depends on if you're not out of subs, or you have good sub management and health management or guard management against those characters, and specifically in the last round. And it just happened that I probably had the worst case scenario where he was playing against delay, and his input didn't go through, so he literally lost the round. He had no subs, he was just standing there. But So I was just like, instead of banning stuff, to like, which would like hurt the meta relevance, you do the opposite and unban something. And the only logical one at that point is Kaguya, because she doesn't like do something like Tamari and now back to when I was mentioning Tamari, where there's only one kind of her, like Tayuya only one kind of her. Kaguya, it's not, in a sense, they're like one kind of her with what she can do, but she still like fights how all these other OP characters do, but in her own way. What do you think, IPal?
I mean, I think she's
If you
pretty
try to
unique
like play how,
like,
if you try to play how this game's meant, like the meant to be played, like she still fits that like category. It's just some things are just way too good.
Yeah.
I'll
say she fits it. I'll say she fits it. My only issue is like you can't block her, and she's kind of she's a free open up. Like, sure, other characters you could say like you could say like with Hashirama, technically he kind of is, right, because he's free mix up, he's free guard pressure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Hashirama.
Like,
oh my god.
You could say that, but then again, you can tilt. There's times where you can tilt out of just giving the character that you have. So it just
man, like. Appreciate the donation, Jamali. He said, "Here you go, bro. Money for 6 wins and chips." Man, like, appreciate the donation, bro.
But Playco did say one thing.
Yeah.
Playco said, when me and Playco were talking about it, I know Playco stated that awakening, like at the highest level on paper, awakening spam is like the peak of this game.
I feel like, yeah, I agree with you. Like Playco said, yeah, if you have top tier fundamentals and top tier defense, where it's gonna be a struggle for like me to get in without resources, you can awaken spam. And then if you're using Dunzo and Madara, so Dunzo with his awakening action, I can give you constant pressure and it recharges fast. Also with Dunzo, if I catch you with no subs and I have my one shot, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's also the part of how to get to that wake. It's also part of the other issues with the game, like the storm gauge, where it's like, at this point I thought it was like how fast it goes up, but I guess it's just like how much chakra it gives you back.
Oh, true. You're right.
I would want the cap, like that cap in the on your chakra gauge to like go to the exact middle of your chakra gauge bar, and then it would give as much chakra up to that cap instead of your entire bar.
Yeah, I agree with you actually, because in that situation, yeah, honestly, because in that situation, if you run away and jutsu buffer, yeah, and you're low on awakening, so you have awakening health, so as soon as your chakra is full, you can awaken. You kind of get rewarded.
There's no limit on the switching.
Yeah, oh, true.
There's no limit on the like switching back to the characters back and forth. Even in the game, like CC2 says you could switch back to them, but they just left it in an exploit. You'd only should be able to like switch back to them one time, like to like throw them off. It's like, oh, you do switch jutsu, then you do like another jutsu or a switch dash, and then switch back to the character. That's a mix up, and that's like enough for that, like that play. What do you think? So the like true meta in this order, this like from what I think is like the best. So it goes dash cut, then awakening spam, then I think Kage can like overpower Tamari, but then like
I say Kage definitely overpowers Tamari.
It's just Tamari fits the description more of like the one thing, like one unique thing over everything else kind of meta, and that's what we're actually dealing with. So I'm gonna put then Tamari and then Tayuya, maybe Tayuya Tamari, I don't know, Tayuya is a gimmick, and then Kage is the borderline.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And then you get your S tier characters.
It's interesting that you put dash cut as the top, because I actually wouldn't say, I would put awakening spam over it, because there's, like I said before, there's counterplays to it.
After using the Yugito Pain Choji,
then I wouldn't.
Shut down. I've just, against the specific players that are known for doing this awakening BS, they got just shut down. and add every single time.
I guess the reason why we're saying
I get you. Yeah, go on.
I think the reason why we're saying that, Playco, is because like on paper, that's like the best thing on paper. Because like you're in a whole awakening state, you have dash priority in the state, your action. I feel like that's why. Because like really, to be fair, I think it's only like let's say I have Susanna on one of those awakenings.
I've had an easier time using that dash cut, and then they just can't damage me. They can't. Oh and my god.
When Playco said like if you can awakening spam, oh fuck, I almost tripped. If you can awakening spam in the game, right? If you can do that,
you should get the win. But if you don't win with this, like you kind of ass.
Yeah.
And that's how practically everyone. First in the dash cut is just like that's how that's summed up.
And that's why I never awaken.
I actually get why you say that. I wouldn't say you're off because with awakening you need to learn how to use it. Like you're not gonna dominate with awakening against the top player if you don't know how to abuse it. With dash cut you don't really need to learn how to use it because it's just active. It will still benefit you.
Safe.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the dash cut does the rest for you.
Exactly.
But, and then it's enough to like literally stop the awakening from like doing what they want.
Exactly. But like with awakening, oh yeah.
No, you go.
Oh yeah. No, I was just gonna say with awakening. Oh, thanks, Django. With awakening, you have 15 seconds. First, you need to learn how to use it, and you have 15 seconds to get max damage. If you don't, you're at a disadvantage because now you take more damage because after you de-awaken, you take more damage for whatever reason. Because I think your status effect is lower or whatever. So your opponent now has the advantage.
Your speed's affected too.
Yeah, you're right. So now, if Playco was, for example, if I de-awaken...
speed is affected?
Yeah, you're kind of slower.
So if Playco still had his tags and attack up pill and he gets me with no subs and I'm de-awakened, my health is gone. But yeah. Well, what are you going to say, IPal?
Yeah, because like I know Playco said like if you can awakening spam, in that case I will say yeah, go ahead, go crazy with Kaya, go crazy. But like because awakening spam, I was the first one on this wave. I don't know why. I don't know why it took players years to see this. I was the first one who said, "Does no one see the issue here?" Like
I also when that stuff happened when I was playing the people out of region, it was they were doing that, and then I was just like. Saw right there that they're always awakening and like this is where their damage comes from, and I guess IPal still called it out first.
I was the first player who actually said like, does no one see a problem here? Because like not saying like Mask is a bad player, but it's just like the fact of how every time I'm getting busted by an awakening, no matter how like let's say I would have a complete match where I dominate a player.
Well-known
player, and I'm just dominating them. And there will be a situation. All right, got Sage the 6 pass modder. Time to go in. Like it's just. And I was the first player who actually said, "Does no one see a problem with this?"
Yep. No, I fully hear you.
I just got destroyed in 15 seconds. Like 80 seconds of hard work and outplaying to lose in 15 for no reason.
Nope, I fully get you.
It comes down to like a few misplays or one misplay and. It'd be like that.
Should it be like that?
Literally. No, I 100% agree with you because I'll tell you why that's annoying. Yeah, basically
that what is it that you make one mistake or something and you lose the entire. Those are in other like kinds of games. It's not like it's actually like some.
I would say it's more prevalent in most.
It's accepted.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
I know like a misplay in Mortal Kombat. I know a misplay in Fighters. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's your character gone. Bye bye.
Yeah,
get that TOD
against top tier players is cheese.
Literally, get that TOD, bro. Oh, okay, get this 50-50 after, bro.
Yeah, and now I will say in terms of the awakening, I will have to say even one of the best Asia players, CR7, even said it. Like he took the awakening stuff off of Mask, because literally I hate to say it, I do believe and Playco, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Mask pioneered that. I personally think he pioneered.
He what?
Well, awakening abuse.
I think he pioneered awakening abuse.
Yeah, I think Damn, it's just that he deleted all of his clips, so I can't even look back.
Yeah,
but I'll say it was Mask. Mask was just doing it in general, I guess, because you know how he likes to just go away because he wants to
like to just awaken.
And then Def, he was picking the actual best characters in the team and then doing it with that.
Yeah.
And then that's when CR and others picked it up.
Because I feel like definitely because a lot of players, I noticed what a lot of players did because even CR told me like he took a lot of things off of Mask. And I personally believe, especially within the competitive community, I definitely believe Mask pioneered it. Just because every time he's in a 1st to 10, 1st to 5, there weren't too many matches where I didn't see an awakening. That's not to call him out or anything. It's just like there weren't too many situations or too many matches where he did not awaken.
Yeah, I get you. And I'll tell you why that is, Basically, there's this argument between fundamentals and meta abuse, and how meta can bridge the gap between a difference in fundamentals. So, for example, let's say me and Playco fight, and he has better fundamentals than me. So throughout the match, close 1v1s, he's gonna be dominating most of them because he has better fundamentals than me. So I'm now gonna turn to Awakening where I can dominate him because his fundamentals are less important now. Why? Because I have priority when I dash. So if I dash and he dashes, I'm gonna win because I'm Awakened.
I think Awakening should not have dash priority.
I agree.
You could do the charge dash thing to like get them to stagger. It's just like
it's tricky though. It's tricky though.
Yeah,
you can even
it does work. It's just weird.
Yeah, and you can even dash at the last second.
I'm pretty sure you could stagger their dash, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it really works all that well.
It'll help in the heat of the moment.
Yeah,
and then the person who, with the wake of that dash, they're not going to be thinking because they're just going to be thinking about pressing the stupid attack button, and then they'll get caught. But it's not. It's just tricky.
Okay.
And I was just gonna say, like it's annoying because say you have better fundamentals and
you can't do this
outplay...
against Big Awakenings, obviously. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even want to think about that.
That would be a savior because Big Awakenings are actually a problem. Like a lot of people, I remember like back in the day, Big Awakenings used to be like, why would you do that?
I was playing Mask last night. He was just blocking the camera with them. We couldn't see anything.
That's funny.
Literally, we were next to the wall or in the corner, and I couldn't see anything.
That actually happened to me, but you know what I started doing? Playing off sound effects. So you know when Sasuke swings his Susanoo sword, it is garbage. You can do it, but it's garbage. So he swings it, obviously he makes that sound, so you know at that moment you have enough time to counter, because it takes so long for him to swing a sword. So you can play off sound effects in that scenario, which is what I started doing.
Back to the Kagi thing. So she, what was it? Borderline, she, instead of banning other stuff, you didn't unban the next thing and see how that like settles out the problem with the issue with the meta relevance right now. But I think that's like, and then it all comes down to if people want to actually learn her properly and learn how to stop her properly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. A lot of people typically players don't put
better
in the time.
mindset than to like keep like going against stuff for because they just find it OP. It's always been like that, but
yeah,
like now we were talking about potential counterplays to Kaguya, right? And me and E did come to the conclusion, Playco, Hashirama may be the best candidate. Maybe.
Because his jutsu is so active, and it tracks as well.
Yeah, like, that could actually be the key to stopping your
active jutsus and all that kind of shit if you can, like, handle anyone.
Playco, we talked about the, which team did we talk about? We talked about the Hashirama, Estrimada, and last Sasuke.
Yeah.
Go ahead and share your thoughts on that team.
I'm gonna take out Sasuke for PT Shino. I'm gonna try that one day. You know what I'm saying? See how that works.
Free neutral. Free neutral.
But, yeah, that team, it's because of Madara, where, I mean, Hashirama naturally, his combos last super long and you can do the delayed jutsu setups, but then the Madara is like, it's even more convenient because this is for EMS moderate, so his hits, you could throw them out in neutral actually, when they're close enough for the person to still get hit, and then if you sub or move anywhere else, that amount of space still, between the characters like that, it's just so convenient for that moderate to stay back and set up, because in the fire jutsu majestic, the hitbox on it is broken, and then you could do, it helps everyone else on your team like really do what they want.
And majestic actually, yeah, exactly.
And then
like majestic
and moderate second hit, it just makes it even more convenient because it's a sub trap.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
That's very true.
Sub trap
and that's why I don't like
back.
that thing.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Because Playco talked about it, and we were doing it like it was a tournament where that's literally what I lost to. It's like I lost to getting Jutsu Buffer. Now I had a lot of misplays. I just wasn't playing well that day either. But it's just like at the same time I got Jutsu spam. I got like just what it is.
And then you know what I did? I just picked Conqueror and Puppets, and that's great.
And it's
smart.
just like, yeah, it's like what happened with that. Playco even said like that team allows anybody to just run away.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And not play like you're not even actually playing the game. You're literally just like, because like I said, I think Ibra is the best player with using that. I think he honestly is, just out of everyone I have fought who has used this team. I think he's the best with it. And
he's able to go back and force the Kaguya with that team.
See, that team, like I said, like that team. Honestly, I think that team can fight any team in the game.
I think it's because of the moderate second hit and how much neutral space it offers.
Yep.
I think that's like what makes all the synergy happen.
I agree. Plus with Hashirama's combo jutsu, his guard pressure. Sometimes he gets random stun. So you randomly get button locked if you block his combo as well. So if you're in the match, you're playing the advantage.
You could read it, but it's like if they switch into a character that you can't even like backdash from.
Exactly.
It's just tough. You gotta like sub switch. Then so you have to sub switch and sub switch the jutsus. That's how you, at least for Sasuke and Madara's jutsu, you sub switch and then they're gone. But then the Hashirama thing, I would have to backdash or have a tilt that could go through the second hit for Hashirama.
Yeah.
Or tilt sub switch if my tilt won't go through, but I'm not good at doing that. Like Mask. Let's see, backdash, sub switch, and then counter. But then you're risking if your character switches in unsafe and you get hit on switch.
Exactly. And sometimes you can switch onto the hitbox, or sometimes the game won't register you jumping.
Yeah.
So you just get punished. It's awkward.
Yeah.
So let's see, for the tournaments, for at least the LAN tournament, Kage's not going to get unbanned. I mean, but that's fine. It's just now for other events, I would like to, if people are open, I wouldn't have a problem if she got unbanned, so we could test out how she like bounces out the meta, or if she makes it worse than people's assumptions are true. So I would like to try that.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Because she doesn't make the game like stupid where it's like brain dead, but it's just to me she doesn't do that, which is why I've been defending her. It's just I want to see how like people's strategies evolve or how they adapt to it, and see what Kage can bring out of that. And if she like still hurts the game, then you keep her banned. That's how that works.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. Like I haven't seen.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about like her just switching the stage. Now, if you were on like if she switched to an even bigger map, then that would be like, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Maybe that would be too good, and then
I would think
small map would be way too convenient. It's about like mid-size her maps, which is like that's not bad.
Because personally, I think me and Playco were discussing that, and we said like about the small stage versus the larger stage, and I said personally, I think we came to a mutual agreement that personally we'd rather have a bigger stage.
Yeah.
Like, cause like if you had
If
to
you
have
were on a small stage and fight in the lava, you couldn't run away from it as much. Oh my, So at least
Like
she
that's-
doesn't switch to a small stage.
Because then you can't really say anything because that actually kind of balances out when you really look at it. You can't even really say much.
At the same time, she deletes random stage selects. Like, if you get a small map and you have Kaguya, it doesn't matter. Let me just switch stage. I don't want to play on this map? Cool, let me switch dimensions.
I do believe, like, now that, like, back in 2016, right? When Kaguya was yet again pioneered by Mask. Like, basically, I remember
that was terrible. That was busted as fuck.
Exactly. Like we got into an argument. Me and Mask had gotten into an argument, and I know he was like, "IPal, you use dash cut in Tamari. Why do you have a problem with this?" I'm here like, I mean, at least that's supposed to be in the game. What is this crap? Like, basically, I remember saying like one of my main arguments wasn't even about her being a glitch. It was about the fact like we had random map was always a rule, right? Like I believe random map became a rule. It became a rule either late Revolution, if not late Revolution, beginning of Storm 4, late map became an entire randoming that map became an entire rule. That it wasn't necessarily stated. It was more like a gentleman's agreement, right?
Yeah.
Like you just shouldn't be picking the map. So even when I did pick like Minato Choji Tamari, I still random that map, even if I was O's. I never picked like Great Ninja War Stage just to do it. If I got it, great, but like literally that whole random map thing was negated because you're fighting me still. You're still putting me on your playing field. Yeah.
I get you.
And that was one of the main issues that I had with it. And I said something about it even then.
Anime, he said pain is better than Six Path Madara if you can't awaken. Wait, can't awaken with both, or just can't do it with Madara?
I think he means both, because I think he's had this discussion
Why
already.
don't you like ban awakens from both? I don't get that. I'm gonna just say if you didn't have Madara awaken, then yeah, pain's better.
Yeah.
And then, but you can't play off like without the rest of the character's toolkit, which is why when Quyon was banning the awakening actions, at least for Madara Danzo, that helped nothing, because then you just start seeing Nagato and Hashirama get away with their OPS stuff, and that's not fun. Like, bro, that's just worse, to be honest.
The second that we saw that Madara and Danzo were banned, now I remember I tried to use them. I tried. Not gonna lie, I forgot.
It's just not the same.
Yeah, I tried to use it. Not only did it not feel the same, it wasn't that it didn't feel the same.
Because
I don't even awaken that much. Yeah, like I don't even awaken that much, right? And now I awaken more than I did at this time. But the thing was, a player like myself who doesn't really use awakening that much, I felt like I was in chains using them. I felt like I was in chains. Something just felt off.
I felt like you were playing in Storm 3 legit.
Yeah, something felt off the second I started playing with them. So then when I play like that, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot who I played against in a tournament, but I got beat up. Like that first match, I got destroyed because I had them. And then I said, you know what? Screw it. Time to mash with Nagato and Hashirama.
No, dub.
And the second I did that, hit my dub. Like,
that's terrible.
Once we did that, we literally just saw like Hashirama and Nagato just came out of the cut like nothing. The
quick
most
question.
meta relevant characters are last Naruto, Nagato, and Hashirama in that meta.
And that's just kind of.
It's arguably worse. Yeah. I would say it probably is worse just because
the One Awakening thing is like the best thing so far.
Yeah, it's limiting the variety too, even more so than what it already is limited by.
Oh damn. Yeah, no, I agree. Question: who do you think Streets is better, Pain's or Nagato's?
Pain.
Pain.
I say Pain because of the larger variety. Like, because if we're talking about who, like, if I had to say who would I rather have on my team, so to speak,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Pain because of the versatility.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because I've used Nagato so much, at this point, I'm probably gonna pick Nagato at this point. But I can definitely say Pain has so much versatility, and his almighty push is bigger and stronger. And Nagato gets hit more than Pain for whatever reason. Nagato gets hit.
If you want to throw hands and like just get your way, you pick Nagato.
Yeah,
and it actually works.
Yeah, if you want to throw hands and get your way, pick Nagato. But there are players who don't really work like that. And so those players who don't really work like that, like Playco, I'd say Ibra's a player who doesn't work like that. Like if Ibra had the choice, I'm pretty sure Ibra's picking Pain.
Yeah, I'd rather pick Pain over Nagato.
Yeah, I'd say like there are players like a player like myself, I kind of just want my way. Give me Nagato. But back, I can definitely say like maybe like even turning back like 3 months ago, maybe I'd probably pick Pain over Nagato. Like now, without the meta,
but you picked Nagato against Ibra. Oh my god!
Oh, you talking about that?
He wanted that mash.
He wanted that mash. No, the reason why I picked that was because Ibra's guard just wouldn't break. That's why I picked Nagato. I was like, you know what? If it doesn't want to break, I'm gonna force it to break.
Literally, and that's what Nagato's for. You just force your way.
Yeah.
Oh, with his jail.
And it can be so powerful when it like actually works, or when it yeah, when you know how to make it work.
Yeah, that's like that was literally the entire reason.
That's why Chaos picking Nagato all this time. Like it's just so like formidable.
Yeah,
that was like my whole reasoning of like there was no other reasoning I had. There was no like, well, Nagato grants this and that. It was literally like, okay, if your guard doesn't want to break, I'm gonna force it to. And that was literally the only reasoning I had behind it. And so sure enough, it did exactly that.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, Nagato. Gotta love him. Alright, so, what else are we discussing?
Fundamentals versus meta.
Fundamentals versus
meta? Do you think
say,
meta bridges the gap between fundamental skill?
The people who are playing, like the real meta yeah, that's what I meant to say. They still aren't playing the rest of the real meta because they're not going to be able to compete with it compared to someone who can. And I think maybe they need I don't know, but
I think
fundamentals versus meta. Maybe there's some stuff in the true meta that you need fundamentals for, like Tamari. Maybe. But you need. Are you saying that which is like to learn better or learn more?
No, I feel like. Well, my original point was: do you feel like, so for example, if there was a player, that had greater fundamentals than another player, similar skill levels, but one player has better fundamentals than the other one, the fundamental player plays mid-tier characters / high-tier characters, but the other player that has weaker fundamentals plays the true meta of the game. Do you feel like the meta player
that person
will win?
That doesn't have the fundamental, but then plays the true, they're probably going to do worse because they don't know what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
You feel like they're going to play worse?
Yeah, I've seen people do that, and that's could be like half the players. Now when they're trying to get into the real meta, but they don't know what they're doing. It's always been like that in these games. You've seen people end up like that.
Oh, anime. Don't switch up. You were disagreeing when I said Pain was better. I think Pain dominates in close range due to his mash. Those first 3 hits plus that second hit, for whatever reason, sometimes you can double sub it. So those first 3 hits do a lot for Pain, especially if you do the switch combo. Like IPal said earlier on the stream, I think it was with PS 360 HD2, you were saying that third hit, if you switch out from it, it gives you longer stun for whatever reason. So yeah, close range, Pain's mash, OP.
Yeah, I would say Pain. Well, like my thing about Pain, it's very weird with him because his guard pressure is interesting. Like sometimes you can't really.
Actually kind of annoying to get out. Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I
his guard
understand
pressure
it.
kind of it's interesting, but Nagato, goodness gracious.
Yeah, Naruto with Gels. Pain, it's like sometimes you can tilt out of it and sometimes you can't. What were you gonna say, Playco?
Pain's is still, he's like one of the safest characters to like jump out of his combos for Pain.
Yeah.
That's his strong, like that's, so he could do a lot of things on guard even if he can't jail.
Yeah, very true.
And also with like the Nagato versus Pain thing, like, cause Nagato, you can universal pull Nagato out of his shuriken, like the shuriken part of the combo. You can universal pull it, but it's like it's very strict timing. It's so strict that I would say you're almost crazy for going for it.
Yeah, I agree with you. You can do that with Mifune as well.
The only character I could say that successfully tilts out of Nagato every time is Hashirama. He's the only one that does it successfully. Yeah, he's the only character that can do it successfully every time. Because as long as his tilt comes out, even if he didn't do the startup before it, his tilt will always come out no matter what.
I get you.
So that's the thing about Hashirama that I love. Like his tilt will always stop somebody. May use that on May.
Yeah,
Hashirama may be the answer to everything.
May and her free zoning in neutral, goodness me. Don't like it at all.
Dude, I may have to try this.
Wait, with Hashirama, you want to pick it?
Let's see if it works.
So you want me to pick?
Pick May.
Alright.
And pick May and Nagato.
And Nagato, alright.
Because yeah, like, dude, Hashirama may solve all of my problems.
Wait, where is May?
Hashirama better than Nagato.
Yo, DJ, what's up, bro?
Okay, did someone say that in the chat?
Wait,
no,
what did you
I'm
say?
just putting it out there.
I think. What do you think? Low key, Hashirama may be better.
I feel like
now.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like with switch combos, jutsu, and random button stuns, I feel like that puts him over the edge.
Yeah,
God.
see, and the problem with Nagato, his damage racks up so fast.
True, you right. Okay, then.
And I don't know. It's kind of tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And then there's like this part where Neji's underused. He's like the most underused top tier in the game.
Yeah, he's most used among the noobs.
The reason why though, Playco, is because of the negative stigma around him. Because, I mean, I'd rather fight
The same
Nagato
thing
than
happened with
Neji.
Kaguya.
I would honestly rather fight Nagato than Neji, personally.
Yeah, it's cool. Because when you pick Naruto / Kaguya, you're getting hate mail 8 times out of 10.
I put Neji over Nagato because of the tilt, the air combo, and the jutsu. Mainly the jutsu, because I could like do more with it than I could with Nagato's.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Alright,
And that
go
was
ahead,
my
match me.
deciding factor.
No, it didn't work that time.
It's RNG
There you go.
because the shirt can come out in RNG.
Don't lie. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they do.
disgusting. That's another problem with the game. A lot of things aren't consistent, so it's harder to play something around something when it's not consistent. Alright.
May I wonder if you could get out of her, because Kakuzu can get out of
No!
Nagato's second hit.
It doesn't work with May. No.
Nagato and Yuito can counter break out of Nagato's second hit. So
Can counter break.
But yeah, you know, like counter on while you're guarding.
Yeah.
It's just like, who's gonna pick Yuito?
This has to work.
Doesn't May have the ability where if you have a gap in your combo, she can just slide out of it for free?
Yeah.
It
Okay,
depends
so
on the placement too.
I'm so
Like how far you are from someone. If you get a jump guard, which could reduce block stubbornness.
so
True.
pissed. I am so pissed.
If they started doing their block turn while you did your jump guard, and so you'd be in the middle of the air. Now with Pain, when you try to do that, try to ninja move away, you're still stuck there. That's how strong his guard stun is in a sense of like you can't even like move.
E, do you know how to get out of the Hashirama? Like, you know Hashirama stun lock on guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how to actually get out of it?
No.
You have to backdash.
You don't even have to counter. You don't even have to counter. You can just do a. You can just spark dash with Hashirama, and that stupid stun lock will still stay there.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead, like, just backdash when I do the counter thing.
Alright. Really?
You can actually backdash and get out of it.
That's crazy.
You have to do that, and you switch out on a reaction. So it's like a real 50-50.
Okay, yeah, I get you. Oh, yeah, I get you.
You could chakra dash in front, but you're still gonna be stun locked. See, right? Yeah, you just noticed it.
It's like, I don't know why. I don't know why it works backwards, but it doesn't work forward.
Yeah, honestly, that's a bit weird.
If you predict the counter thing, then or the block stun thing, then you just tilt on reaction on the second hit, I guess, and then but then if they go farther into like the third hit, which still has that stun lock, then your tilt will be just like.
Yeah, so see, I do it actually more so into the third hit. That's why, because I realized that's what people do. So I started doing it more so into the third hit.
That's what I don't like about Mifune. So he can get out of Hashirama's guard pressure, but it's like not guaranteed. Yeah, it's not always guaranteed. Yeah.
I like that part. You can actually do it, and then we have the best guard pressure in the game.
Nasty.
The only way they could kind of nerf Hashirama's combos is some of the hitboxes, and then the tree, it shouldn't come out because that tree also lags the game.
Yeah, literally.
Mifune can get out of this?
Yeah, Mifune can get out of a lot of guard pressure. That's why I love him. Like, he can get out of Orochimaru's, Hashirama's, and Nagato's. Yeah.
Imagine if he was actually a good character. Like
hey.
He needs a whole rework.
Hey.
They need to rework my man, bro.
As the only Mifune main, he can be a good character if you know how to use him.
But see, my problem is, like, in Rev, he was the best character in the game. Not even a debate. He was the best character in the game.
Rework.
Yeah, like, it's like Stormfort came out and this man immediately fell from glory.
No, literally. That's no joke.
Like, I've never seen a character go from the best to just in one game. I've never seen that before.
Literally.
Like, now the only character that has been top tier since he was introduced, man, is Nagato.
Literally.
He has always been one of the best characters ever since he was introduced. Always.
Nagato and Pain as well, actually.
Yeah. Pain's been even in Storm 2.
Yeah, Pain in the sense too, but Nagato's he's just something else.
Because Bane's been around since Storm 2.
It was for support. It was for support for Storm 2 and Gens.
Like,
true. True.
Block forming.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's like at that type of range you can't even do it. But then even if you mess it up, I'm just trash. It's like even if you mess it up, right?
Yeah.
You could just do this.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
that's the easy version. Yeah, literally. It's too good.
And that's why I find it so crazy about it.
Honestly, it's amazing.
But I have to get better at that because I don't do it fast enough.
Did you know you can combo off Mifune's grab though?
Yeah, I don't know how to. I think it's maybe I just suck. I think it's a little RNG based.
Yeah, no, same. Honestly, it's not really consistent.
Wow.
Because Playco, you knew about that, right?
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't want to feel like remember how to do it.
Yeah, I know. It was easier to do it in Rev. It was easier in Rev to do it.
It's like,
but
maybe more character should have something like that.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's very useful.
You think so? You think characters should have something like that?
Yeah, a follow up after a grab.
Especially if they don't have Oki.
But imagine Nagato.
Nah, that's too much.
Oh,
that's too much.
That's
too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much.
Specific.
Give it to the B tiers. The A tier characters and S tier characters don't need it.
Like, I'm not sure, like... Now, I know I kind of memed on him. I know I'm the reason he's considered S tier now. My man's PT Ashino, but...
Stop it.
I
think he's better than
into it.
Sarada. I think he's like I would put him over Sarada. It's just I don't think he's better than Sasuke.
Wait, so
Sasuke?
No, Rini.
Oh, you don't think PT Ashino's better than Rin and Sasuke?
No, because Sasuke's got that jutsu. He's got his own shuriken. He's got his better air combo. He's got the combo cancel.
But
he's got the awakening, especially the awakening.
Does he have infinite guard pressure
I see
as
what
well?
you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying.
And he has the ultimate.
Yeah, true. Invincibility frames and the awakening as well. He has a lot of stuff going for him.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. The only reason why I was like...
You could fit Sasuke better on a team than Shino.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I agree with that one. Easier to synergize.
But you always have to pick him. The only thing about Rin and Sharingan Sasuke, you always have to pick him first.
It's true.
Always have.
That's why I would never make him S tier, as well as his damage output, and then his combos get cut off on the third hit.
Yeah, that's a bit sucky.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've never understood. Like, I'm like, why would you make a character's guard pressure that horrible?
Like his guard damage is really good, but like the length of his combos on guard is terrible.
Yeah, it's like literally because every character like block. Every character has something like. If they don't have a combo like Nagato's right here, obviously the exception, right? Most characters' combos stop at some point where like Madara being, like right there.
What, are you talking about neutral?
Yeah, but if your character doesn't have great combo pressure on any other combo, you can always expect them to have it in the down or in the up combo. You can always expect that.
Yep.
And Sasuke doesn't even have that. It's like, what the heck? He doesn't even have that.
Literally, it doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense.
Now, as much as I hate to say it, I think S3 Madara needs a buff.
Huh?
I think he needs a buff.
Why, sir? Why?
The reason why I say he needs a buff is because, like, literally the only reason of why he's really used is because of his jutsu. Other than that, as an actual overall character, he's alright.
I feel like he's used for his jutsu, his obviously combo switch, and his awakening.
Yeah. Because, like, the problem is, like, you can't.
He has no conversions off his combos.
How you mean?
You actually can't even like do an air chakra dash to extend. He has no conversions there.
Oh,
you're forced to commit. And then his guard pressure, yeah.
Yeah, guard pressure is very bad.
It's like that's my thing about it too. It's like I don't know, when it gets in the S3 model, you can play like a little bit of a mind game. At the highest level, that kind of goes out the window because when you're playing with the counter gap with Madara, it's the issue that he has. There's not too many things you can do.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You can either try to switch. You can either switch, dash them again,
and other issues that he pushes them so far back.
Yeah,
which gives him like the.
I've never seen a first hit and miss like pretty consistently.
Yeah, no, honestly, except PTS Choji.
Yeah, like yeah, it's like I've never seen I've just never seen someone's first hit. Yeah, PTS Choji.
PTS Choji, it misses sometimes just randomly. Like you can dash someone, and you know when they're stunned, so obviously use that window to get a combo conversion. He misses sometimes.
Yeah, it's like that's pretty trash.
Yeah, literally.
Speaking
PTS
of
Choji may be the worst character in the game. He may be.
Well, probably now it's Sasori than PTS Choji.
Oh, Sasori, yeah, Sasori is the worst character.
Now, but speaking of Choji, this man, older Choji, he's top tier now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Infinite Awakening.
No, Playco, you can actually say it because you do it. Okay, why is Road to Boruto Choji better than regular Choji?
So in Choji's Awakening, you get a body priority. So like a Susanoo priority or body priority, it's like
Shurikens don't
someone
work, that's
chakra
right.
dashes at you. No, that's in general for awakenings.
Oh yeah,
but,
no, it's like yeah. If someone chakra dashes you, it doesn't work, right?
Yeah, because they accidentally made his body priority like the one of like a Susanoo, where your chakra dash doesn't make them flinch, but
Swear.
it's not on the
I
other
get you.
Choji. So
Let's
if
test
you
it.
want to get the edge, you gotta buy that DLC.
That's nasty, man. The man said if you want to get the edge, buy the DLC.
Yo,
That's
wait.
the-
He skipped to me? I want to see
Choji's
that.
got buffed.
Oh wait. Oh
Jutsu
my
got
bad.
buffed. His regular Shuriken and Awakening got buffed. You could just throw it out for free, and like you get a stun for a
Bruh.
combo starter, literally. And since you can't chakra dash him, he's safe on that.
Damn, that's nasty.
And then his regular Jutsu got buffed. Terrible. And then dash cut. And then Choji's combos itself, they do a lot of damage, and he's got that infinite, that clutch infinite.
Yeah, no, literally. Let me pick it actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you because he's got one of the quickest damage combos.
Choji's, and then you pick the other.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see which Boruto
Pick base Choji, and then someone picks Boruto Choji.
I'll pick base Choji.
He's on the first page.
Alright.
Oh.
Alright, it doesn't even matter what okay.
That first hit poo
I
poo.
was
Yep.
gonna be like, I don't got the DLC.
You're absolutely right, man.
Imagine.
That model is just off, man. I'm sorry. That model is off.
Choji's got really good combo conversions. That down combo you can switch out of it, and then it's like a infinite or a reset.
Oh, that's pretty good actually. Oh, I need to get you down to awakening it.
That is ridiculous. Cause I was like, I'm like, there's a reason. There's a reason you're picking Boruto Choji. You wouldn't pick this other
I just forgot about it, and then I started picking him.
Wait, does Stardust Kunai still work?
Alright, so dash at me.
Yeah, okay, they still do. You see it? Look at that. That's nasty, man.
That's banned! That's banned! I'm standing here and I'm a god!
So you would dash at him with an awakening character, it would do that pushback thing, because it's like, it's kind of like they're guarding, but they're not. Well, no, not the guarding thing, it's just the... Now you gotta get the other awakening for your Choji.
This is pay to win!
Wait, hold on. Let me show you the damage real quick. So, look at your health.
But it's fucking... No, switch out of the character.
The ultimate.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, God.
Wait, so get me down to awakening?
What?
Well, no, do that again. Because now he's out of awakening.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, do that again. Let's do that. That's still.
And it's quick as well.
Wait, it's...
Nasty. Nasty.
Ban him!
So for
Ban
example,
him,
so say if you wanted to get awakening damage.
Is, you get your awakening off E. So Choji's jutsu, they made it a launcher that you can't rebound. It's a OTG.
Yep.
It could be a strike back. It could be like a combo starter if you do the jutsu with like a jutsu buffer.
Wait, can you not jutsu
And then
buffer
air
with it?
jutsu. Yeah, and then air jutsu.
You can jutsu buffer with it, right?
Yep. You can.
Yeah, and it does like its own thing.
Okay,
Now
good.
let's see. Now the one last thing they could do to like make that the most versatile jutsu, but it already is you make it like cancelable.
Nah,
Bro,
that's too
it
much.
actually,
That's
because
too
you know
much.
this gives you enough, you know this stuns you a
Because
long
he
enough
already
for a
has
combo,
everything
right?
else.
Yeah, you can't even stun him with paper bombs because normally you can with these awakenings, but it doesn't work.
He has that much.
Yeah, because it's awaken with your Choji.
I mean, I tried to, but IPal was killing me off, man.
Wait a minute. I'm so.
They gave this to him in 1.10 for no reason.
Wait, what are you talking about? They gave him?
All these buffs with him.
Playco, Skybin's saying, Playco, give me credit, I told you all of that.
I don't remember.
Damn.
Get your awakening though.
I'm
So
IPal.
y'all can just see the...
IPal, get me to Awakening. That damage is actually ridiculous.
Oh my goodness!
Yep.
Cause you remember when you just would awaken with Choji, or no, switching to Choji back then just to get
That's
that switch off and get the 2-hit infinite going just to stall.
God.
IPal,
So
that's me.
chakra dash at him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, can we please?
Yeah, see?
Can we please ban Road to Boruto Choji? Can we please say he's not usable?
I don't know. I'm having a good time fighting these players that like to awaken. Know what I'm saying?
I know, but at the same time, like that's not fair.
Oh yeah,
like,
just that.
Like.
And it could be good guard stun.
Like, it's just like this isn't fair. What? Like that's not fair, and I can combo you, but he's banned.
And that's right.
Nasty.
Bro, please ban him, bro. Like, say if anything, don't even ban Choji. You just can't use this one.
That's OP.
That's
ND,
not fair.
you said how to counter Sarada's jutsu. Inferno Star Fireball. There you go.
How to counter who?
Sarada's jutsu.
I would say, I don't know, jump around it. Like I'll give you like the most simple answer, I guess. I can't really get like in depth on how to counter Sarada's jutsu, other than, I mean, you're not gonna do anything to counter it because you know how she
You have to respect it.
Yeah.
You basically you just have to respect it.
If you jump and dash after, so after like it's past you, it leaves a lightning trail, so you get stunned by that. So
yeah, essentially you just have to respect it.
Literally, or fire a jutsu that has more priority, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's like that's the only thing I dislike about it. Like you can't actually counter it. You have to just jump around it, and you can't. The best part is you can't even double jump it, because like you know some things you could double jump, right? You could double jump and dash, and then you'll be safe. But when it comes to Sarada, no, it doesn't work like that unless you're directly in her face.
Literally, that lightning will get you, man.
Like, and when I remember when I first saw that was a thing, like, we all knew that was a thing from, like, the moment the game came out. And the reason why we knew was because Sarada was actually a pretty OP... Sarada's actually a pretty OP character.
Yeah, literally. Like, if you know how to use her especially, and her ninja move, ninja toolset as well, and how she can destroy awakenings with her tilt and second hit, nasty, man.
Yeah.
Donnie said, who's better, Pain or Danzo?
Danzo.
I'd say Danzo's better literally because of that one hit. I
would say the thing about it, I would say he's better than Pain overall.
Ooh.
And the reason why I say overall is because, like, literally Danzo is the same concept. What Danzo has, like, because you know, like in certain fighting games, the way that their frames work, they can actually be mashed out of certain things in fighting games, like, right?
Yeah.
Danzo is the same concept. Like rather than you can mash out of it, you can counter it or a ninja move out of it, right?
Yeah.
The thing about Danzo offers 50-50 mix-up game.
Yeah, I get you.
And that's literally a mind game on even top tier players. That's a literal mind game. And when you have something that's like, you can look at it as a disadvantage, but when you really look at it in its entirety, it's not a disadvantage at all. It's actually low key an advantage. Low key.
100. And his tilt is safe at certain distances, even at close range. And the
cancel it out with Chakra Shuriken.
Yep. Switch counter is nasty, and it gives you a strike back as well. You can convert off the first tilt. Oh my gosh.
He said, "Will you have the priority to hit first when you jump, block a ground dash?" Yes.
So I thought you didn't though. I thought it only worked with air dashes.
Yeah, you have to be. It's I know one styler.
It's also how it It's also how the what is it? The interaction is being played out. because sometimes you could feel it out that your guard is like out or like done when you guarded this, or you can feel your character can like do something after the guard.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
So you have to know that.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Well, not even like press on point, but you just feel after the guard, like you could just kind of move right there, and that's what can tell you if you pulled it off right.
Oh yeah,
or if it happened right.
I guess you makes sense. Is there any other topics you guys want to touch on, by the way, after you say your point, IPal?
Dude, I'm stupid. I forgot what my point was. Oh no. So basically, I think. Wait, what were we talking about? We were talking about. No, I should have gone to bed.
It was the Zard thing.
Yeah, but then what happened after that?
I think Playco, you were saying something.
You were saying just what Zard. No, you was saying what Zard could do with the tilt.
Wait, I think it's in the comments. I think it's in the comments. I can't be this. No.
Oh, it was the ground dash thing. You know, jump block,
yeah, the
ground
ground
dash.
dash. All right, there we go. Okay, so basically, with the ground dash, I know a styler got into it first, and he actually explained it. Now, granted, we were always doing this for years. I just never. We kind of just did it subconsciously.
Yep.
Like every like high tier player knew about it, but we didn't like. I would say we knew about it, but we didn't know exactly what it was. We just knew we could do it.
Yep.
Because I know, like, and we actually forcibly know how to do it. Like, I know if you ask me to tell you how to physically
you talk about the spark dash thing?
Nah, like you know how if you're at a certain height, you can hold your guard at a certain height and make it so you can hit them, right? Like after that,
the air counter hit.
Kinda like if you were to jump like air dash me, right, and I block it in the air at a certain height, I can instantly attack you right after.
Yeah, you can showcase it if you want.
Yeah.
What about it?
And basically, like, because I think someone asked, like, he asked if you have priority, which is, yeah, the answer is yeah, because it's like, if someone were to ask me how to do that, I can't explain how to do that. It's like, it's something that's kind of just built into a player innately.
Do you ever do that frame one tech where it's called perfect guard, and then when you perfect guard, you could just do any move without taking guard damage? But
that's basically a perfect guard for my hero then. Basically.
Yeah, no, literally, like you can do that in the air as well. So if you're both opponents in the air,
like anywhere.
Yeah. So
I used to know how to perfect guard in that game.
Because most instances you get like a ninja dash off, but if you could like read it, which I've done like only a few times, you could get like a perfect counter dash, or like a really fast one.
Oh yeah, dude, that's hard. That one's hard to do.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you've actually done it a few times on purpose before, right?
Yeah, I intentionally try to like get the kind of it's like an input buffer with it on reaction.
Yeah. Because like I haven't done it. I can say I may have done it once on purpose, maybe, and that was because I don't know. For that quick second, my brain and body just knew how to do it. I don't know.
It happens the most with ninja moving, but and the best thing to use it for is like if someone's about to get your if they're about to eat your guard up on ground, and you usually have to sit there with. If they do like a jutsu off your guard, you could just, if you time it perfectly, you just do the perfect guard ninja, perfect guard ninja move, and then you ninja move out without taking guard damage.
Yep.
That one I've done on purpose a few times.
That technique is OP when it comes to running away.
Yeah, I will say I've done that. I've done that just a few times on purpose. Most of the time, if I did it. Now I can say if I do it now, I did that on accident. But if I do that now, because I just don't put that much thought into it anymore.
So,
just because it's kind of like I can't put that much thought on something like that's not consistent.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Honestly, yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the same. That's my mentality. You know, with this 3-hit combo switch.
Wait, say that?
You know, with the 3-hit combo switch.
I hate
it's character specific.
Yeah. Only certain characters can do that.
And it's not too consistent.
And only certain characters can go even more.
That
Because like I know the hardest thing to do in this game, the hardest thing, period, is like the combo delayed jutsu buffer.
Oh, you think so?
Like there, basically now it's the version of it that I'm kind of talking like I could make, so you know how like last Naruto, right, has a 3-hit combo glitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could make Naruto do a 3 to 4 hit combo glitch and he does a jutsu buffer after it.
Nasty stuff.
And now that, if someone mastered that, they're the best player in the game. I don't. If they master that, they are the best player in the game. Period. Because you'll never be able to shut them down. Never.
That's all along.
Like literally, it's like it's Madara, S3 Madara. No, it's Hashirama, S3 Madara, and last Sasuke. If you learn that technique essentially with every character in the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm not playing that opponent. There's no point, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, gosh. I'm not playing the game anymore after that. Every time, like, cause like literally, and like even if you sub, it'll still, the jutsu buffer will still happen. Now I know Playco has actually looked into doing it, and Playco's pretty much mastered like most of the things in this game, in terms like tech wise too. And it's just like Playco even said that that's something. It's just extremely difficult to master. And I tried it for like 2 minutes, and I got frustrated and said, I'm going back, I'm leaving. But I tried to do it for like 2 minutes in practice mode. I couldn't even remotely begin to even think how to do that.
Yeah.
The easiest person to do it with, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is Hashirama.
Yeah.
I think it's Hashirama that can do it, because people there are people who know how to make his. I know a few people, after like the big wood tree comes out, people know how to make his jutsu buffer come out after that.
Nasty, absolutely nasty.
And it's just like, well, that is like, to me, it's like, well, that's stupid.
That's AIDS right there. That's AIDS right there, man.
Yeah.
So Donnie said, Renin Sasuke S3 Madara Danzo, and he was saying, what's the counter to them, basically?
As a counter pick to which team?
Renin Sasuke, S3 Madara, and Danzo.
Because you can jutsu buffer as well as how the... But yeah, as a counter pick to which team?
No, he's saying what's the counter to it, or what team does he pick to counter that team?
Oh. What team does he pick to counter pick Renin Sasuke, S3 Madara, and Danzo?
Yep.
I would say Naruto, when we were getting into counter picking, I don't think there's too much counter picking that goes on. I can definitely say at the highest level, even me speaking personally, I don't really counter pick much.
I agree.
I believe only certain characters require counter pick. Like May doesn't require one, but it's kind of like a recommended.
Yeah, 100%. Tei as well.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, you don't have to counter pick them, but it's recommended that it may be a better option. But when you're getting into stuff like that, like counter picking, I would say counter picking, as long as you pick something just as OP as your opponent, that's pretty much all the counter picking that really goes on, even at the highest level. Just pick something kind of broken, but it has synergy.
Yep, 100%
there
agree.
are characters you can pick that have like, they're broken, but they have like no synergy.
Yeah,
just
literally.
like Yugito, and I don't know. There are certain characters like, okay, if I were to throw what's a stupid character? Hashirama. Like Hashirama and Tamari don't work. Like it just doesn't work. Hashirama and Tamari just will never work.
Yeah.
Like it would never have the complement that Minato and Tamari has, or like Neji and Tamari. I would say Neji and Tamari are just, that synergy is ridiculous. But
that's a match made in heaven, man.
Yeah, Neji and Tamari. It's just like it's a match made in heaven. The synergy with that team is just like, that's not right.
Just like Shino with Dash Cut, man. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. But it's like, if you were to pick Hashirama and Tamari, it's like, you're not getting anything out of that.
Yeah, I agree. Just to add on with what your point is, IPal, Yeah, it's more about picking the same. So, for example, if someone picks an S tier team, you should pick, it's recommended to pick an S tier team as well. I'd recommend counter picking their playstyle. So, for example, I've done videos on it. So, from my experiences of playing, people play three gameplay styles. Yeah, so stationary defense, counter-based defense, and dynamic defense. So I'd say Playco would have a dynamic defense, someone that constantly switches it up when they're defending. So, for example, you can be defending and randomly attack. If someone uses a stationary defense, you want to pick a team that has great guard munching capabilities. So whenever they use stationary defense, they get punished. So whenever they sit there and just guard, you'll punish them. So a good character for that is Darry, because you can't tilt out of his combo until the end, especially if you use his tilt, and your guard will go to red. If I extend my combo with Darry, your guard's breaking. Especially if I do the tilt. So, and Hashirama as well. So pick characters that punish the opponent's playstyle.
I will say, you can tilt out of Darwy's second hit.
Second hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very weird, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Most characters you can actually tilt out of their second hit. Most characters.
I find that inconsistent though.
Some of the times the timing's a little strict. Sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like an RNG. Now, someone said, how much time do you guys spend in practice mode, and how does? I can say I spend 0. I can say I spend 0, and the reason why is because like Naruto is a game where labbing, quote unquote, is kind of non-existent to an extent. Like if you're labbing in Naruto, you're just looking for something that's kind of like you're just looking at something. You're just researching something a little bit. You're not practicing combos necessarily. Like I may go to practice mode today to practice one little thing, but I would say if you ask like a well-known player or a high-tier player how much time they spend in practice mode, the answer is either going to be 0 or maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, literally. A lot of the time when people lab stuff, it's either to learn a new character, to master the switch mechanics or other mechanics in the game, or if they're, like IPal said, they're looking for something, so like team synergy or broken setup or sub traps. Those are the kind of things.
Exactly. It's like they may just be looking for one quick little thing that won't even take them any time to find.
Yeah.
Because I can say like I've gone to the only time I've even spent a remote decent amount of time, like maybe 15 minutes in practice mode. The only time I did that was when I was learning how to directional jump.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only time I ever did that, because that was something like you can't learn it by playing the game.
Yeah.
That was something that you actually had to actually go in practice mode and figure it out.
100%.
At least for me, I had to do that because I couldn't learn it. Like everything I've ever learned in the game, I learned from playing the game and then playing against other people. I never once really took myself to practice mode. But the one time I really did was to learn how to directional jump. Now, I probably will today just to get better at switching off guard to keep a combo going and doing that perfectly. I probably will do that today.
Oh, do you mean extending combo pressure?
Yeah, like because like there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it like frame perfect, and then there's a way to do it not so frame perfect to where they can counter it.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Lord Chaos, right? He's the player that's like the best at doing that. When he has you in a combo or on guard, you may as well sub.
Yeah, I get you.
You may as well sub. Your guard's gonna break. If you don't sub, your guard's gonna break. It's kind of like pick your poison.
Yeah, literally. Just the casual said, is directional jumping like hollow stepping? Yeah, so directional jumping and hollow stepping is the same thing. It's just two different terms, but they're both the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know why people call it hollow stepping. It's the reason why I call it directional jumping, that was what I first heard it called. But not only that, it's like, I call it directional jumping because that's literally what it is. You're jumping in whatever direction you want to.
Yeah, literally. I think people call it hollow step because it sounds cooler. That's my take on it.
They call it hollow step because that's what it was coined on Xbox. And not only that, it just sounds cooler. I call it what it is. I'm like, I can't be bothered with all these terms. Like I know like certain fighting game terms have like icy ones and stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, just say the startup combo. That's really what an icy one is, like the startup on their combo. So just say the startup combo. Don't say icy one.
Interesting.
He said, I've never heard directional jumping. Yeah, when it was first talked about, I think you could always directional jump in every Naruto in terms of when jump canceling actually became a thing in Generations. But I first heard of it, it didn't become a thing till Storm 3, and when I first heard of it, I heard it called as directional jumping. But at the time, with where the skill cap was at that point, you didn't need to know how to directional jump. I would say now you probably, it would be in your best interest to know it.
I agree. Like, I feel like now you don't need it. There's other mechanics you can abuse without, like, not knowing how to do it. But yeah, like you said, it's in your best favor. For example, if you're facing someone that tilt spams with Yugito, you can, and they sub you, you can directional sub to avoid the tilt and then dash them. So that's where it would benefit you. But it's not like you need it to beat her.
Yeah. Like that's my thing about it now. Cause just like Nagato, right? Nagato, I'd rather directional jump his combo than do the jump tilt.
Yeah, it's faster.
Or rather, yeah, like it's faster to just directional jump it. But the problem that I have with that is like the damage seems a little reduced when you do that. From what I've noticed, the damage is like slightly reduced because it's something with whatever CC2 did. They made it like combos that extend like that. For whatever reason, if they're extended in that way, because it's like, you know how like an ultimate does less damage if you did it in an actual combo cancel, right?
Yep.
It's like the ultimate is actually like reduced damage. So the way we have to do it, we have to make sure we sidestep so they don't look at it like that.
Yeah, I get you. With me, if I use Nagato, I would never do it because I'm not like a master at hollow stepping, so there's a chance where I can just flop it or miss inputs. I know I'm never flopping the tilt version, so I'm just gonna do that one.
He said, "Oh, I'm talking for nothing. Just tell IPal, play Sindri or some who use that Hashi, and use Renaissance S3 Modern and Donzo because I've loved that team. It's just better synergy." My thing about that, I believe the Hashi S3 Modern team, or with Last Sasuke, in my experience, when I believe I've played against it at the Masters level. Again, with Ebert being the person who I believe has it. If he hasn't mastered it already, it's pretty close. I would say that team, maybe Blackpool would help, maybe. But, because I know that's why it's like Blackpool would extremely help that case. But at the same time, I still can't get in on him necessarily. It's like, I can probably defend myself, but how am I going to get in on him with jutsus flying at me every 10 seconds?
Yeah.
So it's like, the only way to stop consistent jutsu buffering, you have to time shuriken.
Oh, as in like throw the shuriken while they're coming down so it doesn't come out.
Yep. It's like you have to really time shuriken. That's the only real way. It's that and then sub switching.
Yeah.
Which is switching, like switching and subbing at the same time so that you don't lose a sub from doing it.
Yeah.
It's like but even then, it's like I have a problem with my own morals and doing that because, like, to me, it's like, again, that's not something that should be there.
Yeah, literally.
It's like if you waste that sub, that's just what it should be. I'm definitely gonna give it a try. Most certainly, I'm definitely gonna give it a try because, like, at this point, I'll try anything to beat that team because Jesus, that team is ridiculous. I'll try anything.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. It's something that would probably have to like go into practice mode and see what the sub traps and synergies like, and then try it out online and see if it actually works against good players / top players. But yeah.
Because like I could just say whenever I'm quote unquote counter picking or something like that, I don't put too much thought into it. I just kind of look like, well, this is OP and it has good synergy. Let's use it.
I hear you. I go for good synergy and I counter pick your playstyle. So if you, like I said earlier, if you play stationary defense, I'm gonna pick someone that's gonna punish you for using that. If you play dynamic defense, I'm gonna pick jutsus that lock you down, basically. Yeah. But yeah, so that's how I do it.
I could say like, now also depending, because like for me, I would say if I had to say what my defense style is or something like that. I would say I probably switch between all three. It depends on who I'm playing. Like, because there's Playco, the way Playco plays, it makes me switch between all three.
Yeah,
because the way he's playing me sometimes, it's like I gotta try something. It's like I gotta switch it up. I gotta try something because sometimes Playco will have me locked down. Sometimes he'll have me in a situation where I'm like, I know I can attack him and get out of this with not too much repercussion.
Yeah, I get you.
And then there's times where it's like I know I can just counter him and get him off me. It just depends.
Yeah, for sure. And that's where mind games and reading comes into it.
So yeah. Wait, is Playco, are you still there?
Well,
yeah.
No, he's there.
I figured I was like.
I thought you dipped.
No, I was like, nah, Playco's always there. He's just like, he's a shadow. He's just lurking.
But yeah, pretty good. Is there any other points that you guys want to bring up? Just as we're closing it out.
I pretty much. I think
we said everything that had to be said to clear the confusion.
Yeah, in terms of meta, I guess in conclusion, right? Like, I would say like meta, it's not. I think Naruto is a game that needs to be played with rules.
Needs to be it's too broken.
Naruto needs to be played with rules.
It's too broken in this meta state.
Yeah, it's too like no rules is just too much.
Yeah.
But I do think, especially with Road to Board to Choji, how is that fair? But it's like we're getting off of him. Like Road to Board to Choji, that's just different. That man's built
after all that awakening shit. I mean.
Yeah, but that man's built different. You have a Susanoo as a regular character.
Yeah, literally.
You got Susanoo as a regular character.
That's terrible, man. That's terrible.
That's ridiculous.
Ooh,
and it's bad enough.
I've got one last question, actually, for both of you. Do you think Danzo's one-shot should be taken out of the game?
No. It's no. Africa chakra dash out of it.
Yeah.
And
not only
that, you could use it more than once per match.
Wait, you said it shouldn't be taken out, Playco?
No.
What about you, IPal?
It needs to be limited, like once per match, and then
I agree with that one. Yeah, it just needs to be limited.
Yeah, I agree. That's literally what the same thing. I don't think it should be taken out. I think it's quite a cool feature, to be honest. Like you said, you can only use it. What was it? Once per round or once per match?
Once per round.
Once per round. So
yeah, cause I could kill you. I think I could kill you 2 times with that or both rounds if I wanted.
True. So make it once per match. Make sure you can't cancel out of it once you use it, and then it'd be pretty good. Like I wouldn't see a problem with it because it's not guaranteed. You still have to catch the person. You still have to set it up.
Put in work.
Yeah, they can still sub out of it.
You have to work pretty hard to catch them with those subs. Like Danzo Awakening is not even like I will beat the mess out of a Danzo Awakening.
Yeah.
I'll destroy that man.
I feel like the one shot, I feel like its greatest utility is forcing a sub. Because if I get you in it, you have to sub, otherwise you die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try out the Kaguya rule set thing I mentioned where it's a gentleman's agreement on her. I'm gonna try it out, see how it works out.
Yeah, sure.
There's a gentleman's agreement on who?
A what?
There's a gentleman's agreement on who?
Kaguya.
See, my thing about it, Playco, I'm gonna be honest on this. I don't think our community is mature enough to respect gentlemen's agreements, personally.
I get you.
Yeah, because I've listened to some of the opinions that our community has had. It's like they act like they've never. Yeah, it's like most of them have never heard of a gentleman's agreement. And my thing, it questions me is like. I'd say, like, in this community, we're all pretty much gamers. If we're not gamers, we're just supreme anime watchers. But with that being stated, I would assume they've heard of a gentleman's agreement at least somewhere. And the fact that most of them haven't heard of it, once you explain the concept to them of what a gentleman's agreement is, they either just completely disagree with it, even though it's like, it really shouldn't be hard to, like, understand when you're playing something professionally, because I would say, like, I've made a pretty decent amount of money off this game playing it competitively. So it's like at this point I could darn near say I play it professionally.
Yeah.
Darn near, because I've made like, if I had to say, it's close to 1,000 that I probably made. Close.
Damn.
So if I had to say so. But it's like with that being stated, when you really look at it like that, I don't think our community is mature enough to respect gentlemen's agreements yet. Because, like,
overall,
you would think, Playco, Neji should be a gentleman's agreement. Just low-key. He's a gentleman's agreement. If we're being honest, right?
That's just... I don't understand that. There's better characters than him.
Well, the thing about Neji, it's his active frames on his body for no reason.
You got that on other characters.
Yeah, but it's just so prevalent when it comes to Neji. I don't know why with other characters it's not as prevalent as with Neji. Cause just like literally Versace won an entire tournament. Not saying Versace's a really good player, but he won an entire tournament because he picked Neji the whole time. And he even beat Chaos, and Chaos is mechanically the better player.
But that's what I'm saying though, with meta bridging the gap between fundamentals and people wanting to win under any circumstance necessary, the gentleman's agreement isn't going to really be viable.
What were the rules with Versace though? Wasn't it they banned the actions for the characters?
Yeah, it was the same rules like that, but Neji was still allowed. I'd say I don't think it's not even a matter of counting it. I believe there's rules and then there's gentlemen's agreements. Like, be professional with your opponent.
Not in this community.
Just like Hashi, the thing about a Playco, I believe the Hashi S3 Madara last Sasuke team, I believe it's completely unprofessional. Just because of the stuff that goes on with that team. I believe it's just an unprofessional way to play the game.
I get you.
And just because when I'm playing people, I try to show a certain level of respect to my opponent. Because, it's I'm playing for money. I'm not playing my family's honors on the line. Jesus.
Wait, IPal, have you played for Honor?
The actual game?
Yeah, the actual game.
I've played it. They actually take the term seriously, too.
Yeah, literally. I know you don't like getting ganked. From what you've said, I know you don't like getting ganked, 100%.
Nah, I didn't have too much of a problem with getting ganked. I didn't have too much of a problem. Because I'm just at that point, it makes sense. Why would I not 1v2 you?
Yeah.
But it's just even still, it's if that's a gentleman's agreement within that community, it's that should be respected. Hey man, back off. Let me handle this.
Yeah, I get you.
I believe when players come together and meet a consensus as to something because it's the community pretty much has reached a consensus to Neji's technically a gentleman's agreement, technically. Because he's shunned and he's in a very negative stigma.
Yeah.
And the issue that with Neji that goes into is that's technically a gentleman's agreement. Don't pick him, but you have some players when it comes to just playing for even $25, they want it. Give it they're picking.
For sure, man. For sure, man.
Different from Nagato.
Okay, so the reason why me and Chaos tested this out, I dashed Chaos way more than he dashed me when I had Neji, and he had Nagato. And I remember we tested that out, and I won that whole thing. And I know we tested it out in singles, and we basically just mashed and saw who just who beat who, and Neji beat Nagato.
In that one category, but in others, he's not going to.
Yeah, I would say, it's now we're getting to the discussion of that one category may be all he need, because just like Nagato, right? Nagato versus Hashirama. Hashirama on paper has more things than Nagato, but yet we could say that they're even, darn near, because of what Nagato does have in his arsenal.
Yeah, I agree. With a lot of characters, for example, Last Naruto and Hokage Naruto's a perfect example. Hokage Naruto actually has more things, more utility going for him than Last Naruto, but because Last Naruto's mash is so good and guard pressure, he does that so well, that kind of overweighs Hokage Naruto's utility in other situations.
Exactly. It's could you get on paper, certain characters have a lot more than other characters, but because of what these other characters again do have, it kind of evens out the playing field. That's just like Nagato. On paper, Nagato has more utility than Neji, but Neji's mash and what Neji does have to his advantage, because Neji's jutsu, I swear, I was the only one who had a brain in 2017. I was like, why is everyone using air palm when rotation is clearly the better jutsu? And sure enough, everyone uses rotation now. Because even I said at that point, I'm like, bro, rotation is clearly the better jutsu. I don't know why people are using air palm. And because I saw even then, Neji's rotation was ridiculous. Like, he's almost like a gen support that didn't, because you know how in generation supports didn't get hit, right? Like, they rarely did. He's almost like a generation support. That man doesn't get touched. Like,
oh yeah, that's nasty. That's nasty.
It's really weird.
That's nasty utility right there.
And it's like that goes into that goes into a lot of utility. And then I know when me and Chaos did like the first of 5, we did like a first 5 in singles, Neji versus Nagato, and I won. But then a lot of players were like, yeah, but IPal, you're better than Chaos. It doesn't really count. I'm like, not really, because Chaos is insane. Like, Chaos is an insane player. And it's like, sure, even if I have the edge, whether it's by a little or even a decent amount, right? It's like, Chaos is an insane player, and that was a battle of not only skill, it's a battle of character matchup too.
Yeah.
And there were a lot more times where I could dash Nagato than when he could dash me as Neji. There were just a lot more times I could dash him.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
like Neji is just, oh my god, he should definitely be a gentleman's agreement in my personal, honest but biased opinion. It's like, I'll be honest, I'm being biased on it, but I think he should be a gentleman's agreement.
For me, I agree with you with Neji and Dash Cut. Dash Cut should be, if I was gonna, abide by the gentleman's agreement, I'll throw Dash Cut in there for sure. And May, that second hit is such BS. Why does it block jutsus for free? What is that?
Yeah, it's like, even when we're getting into like May, oh my goodness, I have such a bias towards her. I hate her.
Literally.
It's like, I hate to say it, I despise May.
The free defense is ridiculous. Like, obviously there's counterplays to it, moving in a directional motion, subbing the pellets to sub behind her, picking in front of Fireball and Obito's laser jutsu. But at the end of the day, she gets free defense. Like, you have to use your resources to get in. You're not gonna walk up to a top player and they're gonna let you get in. You have to use the resources to get in, while all she has to do is mash circle.
Oh, do you know how you can make how to make characters like dash buffer, right?
What do you mean by dash buffering?
Like if I were like the inputs are circle, 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 triangle, switch X.
Oh, so when you switch and then they dash, you get 2 dashes basically. Yeah.
Yeah, so May, she actually can open you up for I actually, not many players use it. I don't know why, but not many players use this. And then this can be like one of the last things we show about it. It's really weird, but someone said in the chat, honestly, bro, this community only talks because of like the ego. It's like, the ego, I don't care, like, it's natural, it's human nature to have an ego, right? So it's like, I don't really knock too many people for having an ego, right? But I would say, it's okay when people take a game seriously, especially
it's
like
just when people are acting like scumbags.
Yeah, it's like, you can have an ego, but when you're acting, it's like, it's some of the behavior that goes on.
I feel like it's ego mixed in with the desperation to win as well. So obviously, when you're desperate, you'll do anything to get what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And but like, cause what is it? I forgot what it is. It's something. Cause like, I don't believe it's bad to take this game seriously. I don't think it's bad, because like, we're playing this game for money now. With all the Quyon tournaments that have been going on, with the Final Red Cloud coming up, we've really put this game in a position where it can actually go seriously professional. So I don't believe it's a bad thing to take it seriously. I believe it's a bad thing when you allow your behavior to become not egotistical, but rather childish more so.
Oh, for sure.
So this is one thing that a lot of people, I don't know why people don't do this. You can hardly get away from this too. Like, I messed up. I messed up so hard. So it's like, this is the thing that I used to do.
That's quite nasty.
Yeah, like literally, like, just try to get away from that. Just try to get away from that. Wait. Alright, so it's like, if you were to try to get away from this.
Oh yeah, that's nasty, man.
It's like, it makes it even worse because you can't even get away from it.
Yeah.
Because not only do you have to dodge a dash, I'm forcing you to dodge a dash, but now you're open to the water bullets.
Literally.
So it's like, wait, it's like you could actually do that. If you did that perfect every time, you're now a god.
It's true, but you know, miss inputs.
He's a god.
That's how I would counter it personally. But yeah.
Because then it's like, but then all you have to do if I bait that.
Exactly.
It's like now I can just bait. It's like so either way, it's like I can open you up and then even play a mind game with you too.
I can show you how to one-shot what? At any distance?
Oh, yeah.
That's gay.
I know what he's talking about. I don't remember how to do it though. I know what the guy's talking about.
That's disgusting. Casual asked who's top 10
And then not only that,
EU.
May has this thing right here. Block for me. This is literally I don't believe. Go ahead, block. It's like I don't believe this is fair.
Hold on.
I hate this about her. It's I did it wrong, but it's like
Can't she hollow step into it as well, and then you can't do anything?
I'm not sure about hollow stepping. I've never seen. Your guard's gonna break. Okay.
So after you do the up combo with the rain, hollow step and throw kunai, and then just do it again.
Mm-hmm. Wait, your guard's gonna break. Okay, there we go.
I think if you do it perfectly, it's a jail, but obviously it depends on the distance and stuff.
It's like, I would say like, if you do that perfectly with May, like if you do this right here perfectly with May, you're not getting away. It's not the sad part. It's not really that hard to do it perfectly. I'm just bad at that.
But you know you can dash cancel as well. So after it does the rain, you can dash cancel and then do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not easy, but yeah, it's possible. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, nasty, nasty.
It's like that's OP.
That's nasty, man.
Like what the?
Nasty stuff.
Honestly, bro, this game is so unbalanced because of switching. Actually,
I feel like it's a lot effective.
Storm 3 is more skillful. Okay, I think a lot of people are getting that mixed up. Personally, which game do I think is the most skillful? If I had to be honest, it's Generations, and then potentially Revolution / Storm 4. Did my internet go out?
No, you still there.
Hello?
You're still there. Yeah.
So yeah, basically, if I had to be honest, I think the most skillful games are Generation and Storm 4. Personally.
Interesting. Generations is my favorite Naruto game. I can't lie.
Like Generations had the highest skill gap out of every Naruto we've ever had.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Like literally in Generations, because here's how it went. Like Storm 2, the way Storm 2 is played now, Storm 2 has the highest skill gap actually. But because Storm 2 is like literally who's smarter. That's what Storm 2 is. But Generations, in terms of an actual skill gap, if I was better than you in Generations, it was night and day. Yeah. Not even a competition. Like you could clearly see who is the better player. It decreased once we went from Storm 3 to Rev to this game. Like in this game, I could do this to you, and I could do this. It's like there's so much I can do to you that limits that skill gap, quote unquote.
Yeah, I get you.
There's so much, like literally, someone can there's a lot of shortcuts that can be used in this game. Like there's a lot of shortcuts that can be used.
Literally.
In terms of, now I guess it's the eye of the holder of what they determine as a shortcut. But I think there's a lot of shortcuts in this game, May being one of them.
Yep.
But she's always been like that, even from Generations.
Literally.
But I would say like the skill gap got lower.
Yeah.
That's definitely what happened. The skill gap got insanely lower. But what happened now in terms of, I do say Storm 4 is the game that has the most depth. But I don't think just because it has the most depth, that's what makes it have the most skill. I believe there's just things you can find that do qualify as having the most depth, because there's a lot of stuff in this game that we don't know about even still.
It's true.
But that doesn't mean, because a lot of those stuff could be just nuanced stuff that you could find that's just kind of like, well, okay, I mean, yeah, sure, we never found it, but it's not useful enough to be used. To call it a skill set.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's my thing. I think in terms of which game has the highest skill set, it goes Storm 2, Generations. Then it's between, Storm 2, Generations. I'm not sure to say Storm 3. I see some people make the argument. I'm not sure. I think it goes Storm 2, Generations, then possibly Storm 4 or Rev.
I get you. I would say Generations, because Storm 2, yeah, once you subbed an attack, you could literally sub ultimate and then boom, that's like a lot of your health gone. And you couldn't do much about it. So I'd put Generations over Storm 2 just for that.
Yeah.
Like you could play dumb and still win the match. Like continually doing sub ultimate. Or, you know, the jump guard tech. Turtling was broken in that game.
And see, that's the thing. We didn't even, like now, Storm 2 wasn't played like that when I played it. It's like when I was like 10 years old, right?
Yeah.
Storm 2 wasn't played like that. Then people actually tried to fight.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Now,
early days.
Yeah, like people actually tried to fight. Go back to play Storm 2 now, it's just strikebacks and chakra shuriken. That's it.
Literally. And totally.
Strikebacks, chakra shuriken, ultimate. That is it. But the thing is like the way you use it, that's what's gonna determine if you win or get destroyed.
Exactly. But yeah, Django agree Generations as well. JC was saying, do you think developers consider balancing characters / the competitive scene when, you know, they're making Stormfall games?
Wait, do you think the game developers will consider balancing such? No.
CC2, no. Like generally, like other fighting game developers, yeah, because they want to, you know, create that competitive scene. For example, Fighters, it was designed to be a competitive fighting game. CC2, no.
Yeah, I would say CC2, no, because CC2 even admitted. CC2, they didn't flat out admit Naruto was a party game. They kind of implied it.
Yeah.
In a literal interview, they said we wanted to make the game easy. That's literally what they said, like kind of word for word. I'm paraphrasing slightly, but that's more or less what they said. The game was made to be picked up easy.
Yeah, like if they wanted to make it competitive, they could, but you can see with the support of the game, it's very lacking. Like, we're thirsty for a balanced punch, yet we haven't got it. The last one was like months ago, and before that it was years. Like, they could make it competitive, especially if they, you know, collaborate with the players in the community. For example, IPal, Playco, Star Itachi, who the lab monsters of the community.
Yeah, Star knows a lot about the game.
Yeah. So they can. It's definitely possible. Are they going to do it? Very unlikely. You see when they trolled us at Jump Festa? Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Because there's a lot of things in this game. I swear, let us have a serious tournament hosted by CC2 or sponsored by anybody actually related to the developing of this game. If they see the stuff we do, I guarantee you they'll say, I don't think I meant for that to be in there. Like,
literally.
I guarantee you they're going to look at some of the stuff and be like, hey, yo, when did we put that in there?
Literally.
And that's just what it is.
Literally, bro. Literally. It's unfortunate, but yeah. But Generation... Wait, what was your favorite Storm game, actually, IPal, just to finish off?
My favorite Storm game was Generations. Now, maybe that was because I was a child.
Yeah.
Maybe that was because I was a child. But... Because Generations, I would hate it now. Oh my god. Like, now that I know what it actually means, because I've played different games competitively. I've played Naruto competitively. I actually have played money matches on Overwatch. I almost went professional in COD. It's just I've done a lot in terms of gaming, and with that being said, the thing about it, I've now understood now that I've also played different games and gotten a different aspect and a different perspective on these games. I've realized what it actually means for a game to be competitive. Gens is just not it.
Yeah.
But neither is Storm 4, and that's disappointing to me.
100%, because as all the top players say, this game could have been competitive. It has the depth to be competitive. Yeah. But the problem is so satisfying said because the reason this game can't have actual one best players because there isn't fundamental skill. There is in the game there is fundamental skill, but it's overshadowed by the broken meta of the game.
Yes.
That's the problem. That's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I was just gonna say that's why we desperately need a good balance patch.
Yeah. I think a lot of characters need reworks, and I think
Yep.
a lot of characters need to be buffed.
Yep. The whole of
And I think
D,
in that
C
rework,
tier.
buff them.
Literally, the whole of C and D tier need to be buffed.
Yeah, he said, IPal, you're a sweating COD. I'm not what I used to be. I can say that. I'm not what I used to be. Most certainly not. I took a break for years, and now I'm a shell of my former self. But
I hear that.
it's like now I'm a shell of my former self. I'm actually trying to get back into it now. I'm gonna see after Red Cloud. I'll see where I'm gonna look at COD again because I could have gone professional, but to go professional, you need an actual team to go professional with.
Bro, that's the problem with these team games, man. You need a team. Obviously, in fighting games, it's just you. So all you need to do is make sure you're one of the best, and then you're good.
Exactly. It's
in
like
team
in COD,
games,
I could never find a team that
exactly.
was like... I would either find a team that didn't have the same drive as me, or I would find a team that, like, they're just not... They're... Like, the level that they're playing at, it's good, but it's not professional level enough to push us to where we would need to get in a LAN tournament to get that recognition.
Facts. That was the same story for me in Rocket League.
I think the most I placed at a LAN tournament in COD, I placed top 16 and then I placed top 8 at 1. But that it's like that wasn't enough. Like it wasn't a recognizable landing enough.
Yeah. No, I get you. Same story for me in Rocket League. It was either like...
Dude, Rocket League is actually super competitive. It doesn't look like, but Rocket League is super competitive.
Literally. And like team synergy in that game is really important. And mechanical skill in that game is really important as well. So
he said, new question for discussion. If top players... If Switch Tech was taken away from this game, would top players remain top? Yes. Because the top players, if you actually look throughout the years, the top players never changed. Like players like myself and Mass were there in Storm 3, and we were up there in Storm 3, and we're still there now. Like, just like even Playco too, it's like we had Hiroshiki no Mae. There's a lot of players. Like the players that were using Switch Tech, I think I didn't use Switch Tech for 2 years, and I still stayed one of the best. Now, granted, I had to use switching because they took out the one thing that made no switching viable. The air combo, the air block into air combo. They took that out the game, which I was very upset because that's literally what made that was the reason why I didn't have to not switch. You know, I didn't have to switch because of that one mechanic. That was what carried me through the game without switching for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then once the actual patch came out, I played like that for another year. I could beat everyone else besides Playco and Mass. So once I realized, I'm like, well, I can either play like that and lose, or I can learn to switch and have a better chance.
Yep. I agree, Skybin. The order might change because, like, fundamental skill will be more important rather than, switch abuse. But yeah. And to answer your question, so what's the answer to the topic? So the topic was, guys, is meta at the highest level fun? Everyone that came to this discussion answered no.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's horrible. Simply because the meta of the game is broken.
Yeah, it's just not right. It's just, and back to what Simmons said, how the order would change. When the patch that came out that took switching basically out the game, or not took switching out the game, it made switching more. It made switching basically not viable. I'll say I was a menace to society in this community with that patch. I was a menace, and then switching came back, and then I'm kind of back where I'm kind of still back at where I was even before that. But like I can definitely say when they took switching essentially kind of out the game, at least competitively, oh my goodness. I felt so free. Come here.
I get you. Yeah.
It was a lovely time actually playing some traditional Naruto. Like I didn't like it at first because I had taken the time to learn switching, and then so I was just like, well, that sucks. Like I took all this time to learn switching just for them to take it out.
Yeah.
Not to mention I played 2 years without it, so I kind of felt like I took it personally. Like I was very upset. But then once I got used to playing Naruto in the traditional sense, I loved it again. I didn't have to deal with all this crap.
Yep. Skybin, I think it's you and Zhao that are pro meta. Are pro meta considering all the broken stuff in the game.
Say that again?
I think it's Skybin and Zhao who are pro meta considering all the broken stuff, all the broken aspects of meta in the game.
I think, I mean, for me, I like to play new rules, and the reason why I like to play it, is it fun to me? No. But do I like to play it? Yes. But only in the sense that I get to prove that I can beat someone with no matter the circumstance.
Literally, literally.
That's why I like it in that sense. But is it fun to me? No, it's not fun at all. But it's like if I get the win, it's fun.
Yeah.
But only in that case, if I'm being like completely honest.
I agree. Like, no, I'm just gonna say, like, it's so satisfying playing no rules, picking, you know, your fun low tier, mid tier characters, and then the opponent picks, let's say, the 6-pass Madara, Danzo, whatever, and you still win. It's just like, alright, let me leave now.
Yeah. Because, like, it's like now, I would say, because it's like, if I were to beat Playco in rules right now, I wouldn't, the win just really wouldn't mean much to me.
Yeah.
If I beat Playco in a rule set. Like, if I play Playco in, like, a first of 10, I want to play him in the rules, just because that's, like, actually, in my opinion, that's, like, actually beating him. I beat him when we could both do whatever we kind of wanted in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I like that's a high mountain to overcome.
Yeah.
You said also if you're a top player, you would think I've already invested too much time into the game. I don't know if I should stop now. Might as well. Oh yeah, because they were talking about in the chat and like once you become a top player in this community, there's not really much to do. I would say there's a lot to do.
How you mean?
And
because there's still tournaments and that.
Yeah, I would say there's a lot to do. You can now, well, at least now, but there's a lot to do in the terms of like what you said, money tournaments, like actually winning some cash off of your skill. Not only that, taking the skill that you've learned and making tutorial videos and making the community better. I would say as a top player, you actually have more of a responsibility to help. Like it's not required, but you do have a responsibility to carry the community and make new players better.
True, but not every top player is a good teacher. That's where the issue comes in. Like not every top player can actually teach. Teach you.
Like, I'll be honest. Give me somebody who's new at the game. Maybe I could do something with it. Maybe. But like give me someone who's like never touched it, type of thing. Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, that's so hard because the gap is so big.
Yeah, and it's like, give me somebody who already kind of has an idea of how to play the game. It's gonna be really hard for me to teach them because I'm kind of when it comes to explaining stuff. And then not only that, I don't go super in depth with explanations. Like I kind of give you like just a bare general. Here's what you do because I kind of understand things instinctively. I don't know exactly what goes on in depth. I kind of understand instinctively what goes on, but other than that, if you were to ask me to explain that, I can't tell you how I know things are happening and stuff like that.
I get you. I feel like the only reason why I've done tutorials as much as I've done is because obviously, you know, it's always good to share knowledge, and that I find the tutorials that I make quite easy to do. So if someone asks me to explain something, I can do it quite easily and quite quickly, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah, like, I can't explain anything. Like, I remember I tried to run a business where I would, like, train people for money.
Yeah.
I tried. I had to end up refunding some people their money because I'm like, you're not getting the service that I'm supposed to be giving you.
I get you, yeah.
I actually had to, like, refund people some of their money because I'm just like, at this point, I kind of realized it was like one person I was training. I don't even remember their name. One person I was training, it got to the point I'm just beating you up at this point, and I could tell like I'm not really being the help I should be.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's like at that point, it's a waste of their money, and then it's a waste of both of our times.
Yeah. You just got in that situation. You just got to go with your talents.
Yeah. So I can definitely say I am going to be coming out with tutorial videos to try to see if I can do something with that. I know I'll kind of, I'll try to make things more so like, I guess, for beginners, and then I'll try to make some intermediate things. I'm not sure where I'm going to take that. But I can definitely say I'll give it a shot. See if maybe if I think about what I'm going to say, I can actually explain it better rather than doing it like kind of raw and unfiltered.
Yeah, literally.
But I would definitely say as a top player, we kind of do, and then even players, not just top players, players who have extensive knowledge in the game.
Facts.
Like Star Zero Tachi, Haseo Lightning, who regardless of him not being one of the best players, he has extensive knowledge on the game. To where he knows how to do, like, you know how you can do a full air dash, right? You can do like a support air dash. Like something like that. Like he that's something I can't do, and he knows how to do it perfectly every time. And I can do it, but I can barely do it.
So that was prevalent when, you know, they took out, well, they made switching harder. People started using it. So basically, it's triggered when you charge chakra and then do the normal, you know, switch dash input. You can get an air dash out of it, basically.
Yeah, and it's like I understood the concept of how to do it. I still can't even do it. Even though I understand the concept, I still can't do it.
No, that's what wasn't easy, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I still can't do it even now. And there are a lot of players who, I would say, like even the players who have done like, even the players like Star and Haseo Lightning, they've been a big help to the community by offering tutorial videos and like going around and sharing information that. I'll be honest, a lot of top players, they don't do it, and it's not because we can't, it's mostly because, again, where we're getting back into ego.
What do you mean? Oh, you don't want to share your secret tech?
Yeah, that's what like a lot of players who are nasty do. Like, they literally don't want to share it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it is detrimental to the community, but at the same time it makes sense, because if you want to be the best, you want to have your secret source tech that you don't want to share with anyone.
That's true. It's like I get it. It's like I can't say I don't understand it, but at the same time it's like, damn, dude, like that you're not even gonna give him a chance, not even give him a little taste, a little hint maybe. Yeah,
literally. So with me, I only started sharing tech more when I stopped playing the game competitively. That's when it's like, okay, I don't care to really hold on to this tech, let me share it with the community, basically.
Yeah. And that, he says, some people I've trained learn quickly. Yeah, it's like, also that, it's like I'm also scared. Sometimes I am a little reluctant to train people, because I have trained people where they pick things up pretty quickly, and then I've trained people where I had to be patient with them and give them sometimes months of time. This was when I was younger and like I was in high school and stuff, so I had the time to do that.
Yeah,
but some people, what Grimjaw said, he said I've trained some people, like some people get it, some people just don't. So now it's like, with me being the age I am now, like at 21, it's like sometimes I don't have the patience that I used to. If I'm being honest, I really don't have the patience that I used to. But not only that, it's like I don't have the time to have the patience that I need to have with some people.
Yep.
And so that kind of makes me reluctant, which is why I definitely believe we should all be making videos, because it's really not hard. We have a PlayStation that has a free editing software on it too. Like,
true.
It's not hard. I believe we should at least try to do something, and at least if we don't do it that much, we can at least say we attempted.
True. I feel like it's not too bad now. I feel like at the beginning of Stormfall it was worse because there wasn't really too much guides, but now you've got people like Yamanaka's Poison, you know, RJ Hunters, and then obviously I do tutorials as well. You've got Starlight Touchy, and then you've got Playco that spreads it throughout the community as well. So whenever you do something, he'll retweet it or whatever. So there are tutorials out there.
Yama's actually, he's one of the players that does it. Like, he's actually made a lot of videos. Like, I know you have too, because I found out about you through Playco sharing information and sharing videos. And I remember you actually did, like, you've done tutorials on pretty like in-depth stuff that most people wouldn't even really think to go into.
Yeah.
Because like I could say some of the tutorials you've gone into, I don't think I would have thought of that on my own. Someone would have had to tell me like, yo, I think you should make this video on this. Like I would probably just go into like basic stuff, like I guess movement tactics or something like that. It's like pretty basic stuff.
Yeah. No, I get you. But that still has its uses though, because some people want to know the basic stuff. People want to learn the game in its simplest form.
So it's just like, and I know Yama, he's been doing it. He's been doing it for a very long time.
Years.
And he's actually been like, he's been a really good thing for, especially even the casual community who is trying to break that barrier to get into the competitive community.
Literally.
And that's it. I definitely think, that's what I definitely think we should all be doing, because that's what keeps the game alive. That's what keeps the game running.
Facts, because I've seen a lot of new players, whether that's on Reddit, because I'm on the Stormfall Reddit, and obviously on my channel as well. It's like, they'll be like, oh, thanks, man, I've been looking for the guide, or I've been trying to get better at the game, but they get destroyed online. They can't learn online. For example, like you said, you learn online, you don't really spend time in practice. They can't learn online because they keep getting destroyed, so they need these tutorials to get better at the game, because they don't know what they're doing that's wrong, that's letting them get destroyed, and obviously their opponent's not going to tell them, so they need the tutorials.
Hell yeah. Because like me personally, I don't mind sharing. I show people on my stream how to actually sub bank in depth. Like,
oh, I'm done. That's the wrong tech to show them, fam.
Well, okay, look, man. It's like, is the stream I think the stream is gone. I'm pretty sure it's gone. Either that or just, my streams are always like 8 hours because I don't stream often, but when I do, it's like a long time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and so it's like, even if it's still up there, good luck finding it, but you're shifting through 9 hours of footage, my man.
Literally, but a lot of people are there for that. They're like, IPal streamed there, 8 hours, boom, let's go. Let me get out that popcorn.
So it's just like, and I did show them how to like actually sub bank and how players do it, and some top players didn't even know how to do it.
Yeah. For sure.
I can definitely say, the one with grabbing, I didn't even know that I did it one time. Playco just say, "Hey, you sub banked me," and I was like, "What are you?" I was like, "Oh."
yeah. Oh,
but
man.
yeah, it's just like there's a lot of things that go into the game. I think the game can actually be something, but it does definitely need a rule set.
For sure.
Let's see, IPal, how many sub bank methods do you know? 2, but I think there's if it's not 2, there's 3 or 4. But the third and fourth one, from my knowledge, are super inconsistent. The third and fourth, to my knowledge, are inconsistent. So it's like I hardly count them. There's only really 2 ways to sub bank. One is through a grab. The other one's through cover fire.
Oh yeah, no, I get you.
And there's a way, because you can actually throw shuriken. Did you know you can actually throw shuriken, cover fire shuriken, and not switch?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can that's how you do it. You can actually make it so you don't, when you throw a cover fire shuriken, if you were to switch that character, you can actually switch so fast that the switch, it registers but it doesn't come out.
That's nasty.
And so that's how they're sub banking it, but it's just very hard to master that.
Yeah, true. I can agree with that one.
But when I played a player who did master it, yeah, I got bodied. I got destroyed. I can't even say it.
They got the plays, the fundamentals, and the sub banking. When you're not using it as well, GG, man. Put the controller down.
Oh yeah.
Wait, someone satisfying asking, is Playco still here?
I don't know if Playco's still Playco.
Oh yeah, Playco's still here.
He's playing Joseph.
Oh, you know how they were asking how many sub banking methods do you know? I said I think there's like 3, but there's really only 2.
I found a 4th one.
You found the fourth one, because I was right about that.
So you don't know about, but when you awaken, and you're awakening like at the same time it runs out, you try to switch, and then sub bank.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's
I
nasty.
did that last. That happened to me like on accident, and I saw it.
Okay, I figured. Cause I'm pretty sure there's 3 or 4.
That makes sense though.
In actuality, I only consider there really be 2.
Cinematic jutsus, cinematic grabs, cover fire, and awakening.
There you go.
Nah, satisfying. Playco said he knows 4, not 3.
Yeah. Because I was like, if I'm not mistaken, there's 3 or 4. There's 3 or 4, but I really only consider there to be 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I appreciate you, bro. I would say the easiest one to do. The easiest one to do is the grab one out of all of them.
Nasty stuff.
Wait, yeah, what's up, Jerson? Yeah. What? Oh, I know. What? What do you mean out?
I was talking to this party, not you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not rebooking that Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
Oh hell no, yeah. It's like we're not rescheduling that Airbnb. Hold on. Okay. It's in New Jersey. I mean, that's fine. We can take a little adventure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gonna be like almost like an hour. So I put it in an hour.
Okay. All right.
That's how we would say it, though.
Well,
That's what we would say, though.
wait, we booked up north?
That's what it is.
Oh my. Oh yeah, that's right. Because the venue was in northeastern Philly. Son of a. Okay. Okay, so now we're traveling like an hour.
Yeah, once we get there, we have
Alright,
to
let me
leave
see.
around we should leave at 10:30 for get there at I don't want to be there late. Because you told me we're late.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, okay. So now, okay. So a lot of things are changing because I know you said he was expecting people to get there late.
Yeah. Did it switch ultimate? Is that the black character glitch?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. All right. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. We're taking a little bit of an adventure, so I'm fine.
What?
I mean, are you? How do you feel about that? I'm cool.
Well, I think the top 10
No, he didn't.
EU is.
No, he didn't find out.
Who's
He
in
didn't
the
find
EU
out
again?
until this morning.
Yeah, what happened?
He was doing a discussion with us, and then he said he couldn't really talk because there was something going on. So the second he said there was something going on, I was like, I messaged him. I was like, it's either a personal problem that he wants to talk about, or it's about the tournament. So I just messaged him, and he told me it's about the tournament.
That's a good question.
Okay. I mean, did you tell Fabio and Mario?
So you're basically stun locked forever?
I mean, yeah, it's like I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I can't tell my mom about this because he said, dude, Q was like, IPal, your mom's about to be pissed. We're kind of just chilling in the street now. It's kind of like we've been getting stuff set up for Q's lanterny. Because I'm actually carpooling with other players that live.
You're
Huh?
pulling with other players.
Wait, is Prodigy on the line?
Yeah, Prodigy's on the line.
Prodigy. What up, boy? No. So like the venues changed. Like Prodigy, the venues changed. We're not gonna be doing like it's not gonna be where Q said it was at first. It's not. It's not even remotely in the same location. It's in New Jersey now. It's not even in Philly.
It's in a different state. How far is that from you?
It's like an hour.
This car has not been hit, which means I may be. What are we doing now?
Okay, basically, we're still going to. We can't rebook the Airbnb that we bought. We can't rebook that. So we have to stay at the Airbnb that we booked. So we're just gonna have to leave earlier to get to the tournament.
Just a med kit. Alright, I mean, yeah, that's fine. We can leave an hour earlier.
Yeah, it's like I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, we do have to just throw in a little bit more money for gas now, but I don't have a problem with it.
Where's your Airbnb?
Bro, my mom said, I think my mom jinxed us because she said it last night. She said, Cam, I bet now that you guys have booked the Airbnb in the car, I bet you something's gonna happen.
Then. You're gonna visit the Rage Katana.
He said, "Are EU players going to the final Red Cloud?" Some EU players are. I'm not sure which ones are though. I know some EUs are. Which that's gonna be fun. I'm not sure which players are coming in.
Sammy said he's coming, but that's about it.
Well, you said what, Jerson? Oh, yeah. Wait, Prodigy, are you at work right now?
Oh, snap.
You find a dirty tissue on the floor.
I don't think he put. Wait, was that like a thing that we actually had to click on, Flash? Yes. If Marco didn't click on anything.
Wait, you guys want to do your outros? Playco and IPal.
Wait, what do I say in my outro? I'm nervous.
So basically, let the people know who you are and plug your socials, plug your Twitch.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking to someone else right now, Flash. Let me see. How do I do that? Oh, I have it.
You can put it in like the stream chat so people know who you are, know where to see you, all of that.
I don't know who I am, and that's right.
Yeah.
Yo. All right, let's see here. Let's copy this.
What?
All right, guys. I thank you guys for tuning in.
I haven't had a chance to clean it.
And it's your man's iPal. I stream sometimes. I don't have a schedule, but I stream sometimes at twitch.tv. It didn't even come out as a link. I'm pissed. Flash, I'm not talking to you right now. Fuck you. Alright. Wait.
Try paste it again.
Right. Screw it. My Twitch name is iPal. It's not working. I don't know why.
Oh, shit. Wait, so is that all you're gonna Twitch? I swear you're on Twitter as well.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
Oh my gosh, this man forgot.
Yeah, I forgot about Twitter.
Oh my.
That's where I got the Twitch link from. That didn't work.
Damn, son.
I'm so pissed. Wait, let's see. Can I do this one? If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be so pissed. All right, wait. Typically, I got text thumbs. I can't type fast right now.
Text thumbs.
Oh, here it is. Is this it? Yeah, that's me. Copy that link. All right. Yeah, follow me on. It's not working.
I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
It worked.
I got you.
Man. Oh, it did. Did it really call me Sage the Kid? He said, "Is the bracket for the tournament up?" No, I don't think it's up. No, for the Red Cloud, it's not. But there will be a winners and losers bracket for this tournament, unlike some of the tournaments Q has done, which have been like, it's just one bracket. But now there will be a winners and losers bracket, so it's like people aren't just traveling to get first rounded.
Yeah, that'd be a bit peak. I can't lie.
Like, I mean, I would be. I guess I would be okay with it because like I'm carpooling with other players. Like I'm carpooling with like True Prodigy EV. If some of you all know him, I'm carpooling with like him.
Oh yeah.
Heaven Splash. Cause I've already met them in real life prior to this, because we all live in like the same state. But basically, I'm carpooling with them, so it's like I'm glad that I'm doing this just because not only am I going there to have fun, like I also get to like hang out. I also get to like hang out with some of my friends too.
Yeah, true.
So it's a good time.
That's all best. Playco, you want to plug yourself?
Y'all know who I am, and that's right.
He's just being lazy.
So that's Playco's outro. Alright. So thanks to everyone for coming to the stream. Those of you who are here now, came late, or came and left and came back. Great discussion between IPal, Q, and Playco. Obviously, you already know who I am. E_1BC163. I do tutorials. I do competitive online matches. I do Naruto humor. So if you want to check that out, I'm gonna plug my playlist. I'm gonna plug myself. I'm gonna plug my playlist. So let me do that real quickly. But yeah, I appreciate all of you coming through. That's IPal, Q, Playco.
I hope y'all enjoyed the discussion.
Oh no, I definitely did. I can't lie. You guys let us know if you enjoyed it.
Dude, people who do 24-hour streams are saints. I could never.
Impossible. I need to eat, man. I ain't got time.
Yeah, it's like people who, if someone does a 24-hour stream, I don't know, they're just built different.
No, literally. I don't have the energy for that.
Like I stayed up for 24 hours before. I haven't stayed up for 24 hours playing a game or streaming before. It's like that's just different. I can't do that.
I stayed up 24 hours for an assignment that I had to do. For streaming, nah.
Exactly.
For streaming, nah.
I can stay up for 24 hours doing absolutely nothing, but I can't stay up for 24 hours. Like, even doing a school assignment, right? At some point throughout the night, I'll take the grade I get.
Facts.
I would give up at some point. I'm like,
Facts.
I'll take the grade I get.
Facts. Can't argue with that one.
Cause I think it would get to like 3 in the morning, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
No, literally. 24-hour stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when I get 1 million subs, so help me help me out.
It's like,
yeah.
When college first started, my math professor would literally give us like 100 problems to do.
That's too much.
And that's supposed to be done over the course of maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. I would always try to do it in one night.
I don't blame you, because you spend the least time doing stuff that you don't want, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's like I would always end up trying to do like 100 problems plus in like one night. I swear I would only ever get like maybe 60 to 70 done, and I'd be like, you know what, I'll take my L.
I enjoyed my summer, man.
Morning, I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Literally, I enjoyed my summer. I have no regrets. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no.
I think.
Yeah.
What else happened with that? I would get to like 3 in the morning, and keep in mind, like, I didn't have anything where I could like cheat and just get the answer. Plus, not only that, she was one of those professors. She was like, you better show that work too. So I couldn't just write the answer.
Damn.
But,
yeah.
So it's like, imagine doing like 70 problems worth where you actually have to do them because you don't have any cheating tools that I would have gladly used.
Yep. Facts.
And then not to mention, I have to show work too. By problem 70 or problem 60 something, I'm burnt. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go.
Facts. Absolute facts, man. Absolute facts, man.
Yeah.
But
this was a nice discussion.
No, for sure, man. I'm glad you guys came through, for sure, man. Very interesting. I'll give you a 1 hour break. I'm done with you, Harlem. Alright, say no more, man. We can play at 8. Say no more. Say no more. Alright, thanks for everyone for coming to the stream. Again, thanks for IPal, Playco, Q for coming to the stream. Hopefully we can do this again sometime if the schedules allow for it. Start up another discussion.
Oh yeah.
My guy said, Kuma said F50. Aye, man. I ain't got the stamina for that. I can't lie. F100, yo, IPal, is that you?
Bro, I'm done after 1 first to 10. I think the only player I know who has an endless tank is Playco.
Yeah, same.
Like, this man Playco could play like 5 first to 10s. He's still ready to beat somebody's ass. I don't know, like.
Nah, I ain't got the
like, give me 1 first to 10, I'm burnt, man. I gotta go. I gotta take a break.
Bro, 1 first to 5. 1 first to 5, I'm done. Especially if it's meta, it's just like, yeah, man, I ain't going on Naruto again. I'm good.
It's like, I typically back in 2016, I only had the stamina for like a first to 5. I don't know how I even got it to 10.
Honestly.
Like I just kind of dealt with it, but once I definitely hit 10, it's like that's it, man. I'm burnt. You gotta leave me alone now.
Literally, F10 is the new F to 5. Not with 2 rounds, it's not. Damn, man. If this was still Storm 3, fair play. First to 20, I am out, man.
Which Playco, I think Playco's actually done one before.
First to 20?
Yeah.
Hey, man, that man built different, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, built different. Like, I can't do that. Not a chance.
Nope. I'll get to 10 and be like, I still have to do 10 more, and that's if I win all of them. I can't be asked. Can't be asked.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, imagine that, because with the max score being 20 to 19,
yeah.
You did 40 matches.
Nope.
Basically, 39 to 40 matches.
I'm rage quitting. I'm rage quitting. Forget it.
Imagine?
Now you got it. Nah. No, thank you. But yeah.
He said, oh no. He said, first to 1,000, with the possible matches being 1,999.
No. Get out of here with that one, man. Oh my gosh.
If you only win 1,000?
Huh? Wait, what the heck?
Playco?
I've played 100 matches before against someone, they only got 1 win.
Oh my gosh.
Some old player from a while ago, 2016.
Wait, Playco. Are you talking like the PM score read 100 to 1?
99-1. That shit took like 9 hours, 10 hours.
Playco, what the hell?
We were just doing that to talk to each other about stuff. Yeah.
Damn, son. I felt speechless.
Like, dude, it's like that's beyond my comprehension.
Yo, literally, I ain't even got the time to do 999 matches back to back.
Yeah, bro, that's beyond my comprehension. Playco's goals are beyond my understanding.
Oh snap! But guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you haven't already, follow Playco on Twitch, follow IPal on Twitch, follow Q on Twitch. MVP for the tournament organization. IPal's got, you know, streaming top tier American Naruto gameplay. Same with Playco. Subscribe to me for, you know, the discussions, the streams, the gameplay, the guides. If you want Naruto, I got it, man. But yeah, thanks for coming to the stream. Sayonara.
Naruto Cracker got it, man. That's terrible.
Exactly. But yeah, man. Peace out.
Alright, peace out, people.